Hey, Amber.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I will switch
Yo.
the music. Everybody's recording that needs to.
I believe so.
Fire away.
Sorry.
Begin.
Must
Right,
kill
I'm
the
good to
king.
go.
Yeah, whatever.
I am a nurse in a desk job. A very tired nurse who took this job because it was supposed to be easy. I didn't expect to be treating adventurers all night and day. Yet next thing you know, when I'm trying to end my goddamn 12-hour overtime shift, in trumps 6 palace guards with 3 adventurers tied like some BDSM shit gone wrong, and then they are followed by some weird gnome tabaxi dealer? Considering this is the eve of the big funeral, it's a little suspect. You know, maid sign? That important political figure? Whatever. I'm not paid to deal with idiots who get injured. Or I am paid to deal with idiots who get injured, but not idiots who tell off other idiots. You know, politics? Not my thing. Anyways, I'm not really sure what the hell these newest patients have been up to. They're clearly delusional? And possibly into some weird shit. Patient confidentiality means I won't tell anyone. Doesn't mean I won't judge, though. They're not even drunk, and yet half of them look like the ass end of a dragon after burrito night. And that cat smells like burnt hair. Yuck. I just want to clock out and take a bath. Is that so much to ask?
I love it.
Was this from the perspective of the doctor that from last game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
So yes, as we all recall from last session, you finally, after a very, very long boat ride where you all discussed murdering a king, Tammy's fiasco, she almost jumped out of the boat. Her and Chris finally got down to talking and realized, hey, they're on the same side, and managed to hog-tie the 3 of you and summon some guards to carry you to the Arendelle hospital wing, where the doctor has told you that, yes, she will summon someone able to dispel magic on the 3 of you, returning you to your original state. And that is where we'll start.
I would really like to not die. Or nearly die again.
Is that in character?
Do we know we've been...
Yeah,
Do we know that we were captured because we plan to kill the king? Or do we just assume the guards are, like, taking us to the hospital here? What happened exactly?
So what happened was Chris had caused his mantle of majesty, which sort of made the 3 of you fall in love with him and do his bidding, and he told you to wait and be tied up kind of thing, and you were all just
Okay.
like, yes, Chris. And nobody really informed you of anything. The guards just came in, picked you up, dropped you off here. You've been sort of examined a little bit, which was just the doctor,
Got it.
you know, like shining lights in your eyes and shit like that. And orbs. So yeah, so you know something's going on, but so far you have been acting like you're like, where's Chris? Which he would now have re-entered. Or no, I guess you guys are left alone in the room, and she went out to tell the other 2. The doctor.
Yeah, I think the
I'm still
doctor
under-
definitely said something about, mental magics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and now we've reconned and said that dispel magic will work, and they are summoning the person pronto.
Okay, so we're in the waiting room and they're in...
The little room beside it, yeah.
Okay.
No one has freaked out. Guards have not been
Chris!
called.
Are you
Where's
okay?
Chris?
Chris, come
This whole
back!
thing is getting pretty kinky.
I will break this door down!
Oh, you were untied. That's correct, yeah.
Tabby, they don't like it when I'm not around.
Chris!
I might have to go back in there.
Window. Chris!
Is there a window? Can I see him through the window?
No.
Aww.
We somehow decided it was a center building.
Seeing as Tammy is hearing them
I'm
yell,
scratching at the
let me
door.
out, and stuff,
Chris!
Really
Yeah,
fine.
Tammy?
and she's just staring back down the hall, which she's taken like 3 steps down and going, what the shit?
So from behind you, you guys, just before you enter the room with the doctor, you guys hear, oh, hello, darlings, I'm here. That's not the accent. Fuck.
What? Okay, I was like, Miss Choi?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Miss
Miss
Troy.
Troy.
One sec. Oh, doctor, you called.
I
And
like fidget because I'm like a little uncomfortable.
Oh, it's Miss Troy.
no, you guys haven't seen it. It's Chris and Tammy right now. You guys are still behind the
okay,
door.
never mind, never mind.
So
Okay.
when Chris and Tammy, you turn to look at the person following you, Tammy, you probably wouldn't really recognize her, but she is Miss Troy from the city running one of the shops. And behind her is a smaller looking girl, about, I don't know how tall you are. Tammy, or Sophie, do you want to describe yourself?
Sure. So let me just open it up really quick. So it's a half wood elf with light brown hair that ends just above her shoulders in slight waves, pink eyes, and light skin. She wears an elven garb and airy yellow cloth, leaf-like trim, and pink flowers. A quarterstaff and backpack of matching appearance can be found on her. In terms of height, she is 5'3".
Perfect. So yeah, so she is following behind Miss Troy as you guys enter. I hear you need magics. What seems to be the problem?
We did what?
Magics, darling,
hello.
magics.
Oh, hello. Yes, yes.
Oh yes, let me introduce my daughter. This
Sylphie gives a formal bow.
This
Oh,
is
hello.
Silky. Isn't she lovely?
Yes, she is. I love flowers. Where'd you get those?
They're from my father.
Oh, lovely. Anyways, magics, yes, not to be rude.
I nudge
but-
Malzahar. I'm like, oh, that sucks, buddy. I'm sorry.
We don't see or hear any of this.
Oh, god damn it. Sorry.
So where's the patience, darling? Since it's you two, I have a feeling.
Oh dear. That way? And she just points and just kind of looks down at Chris like, are you gonna help me here?
Well, I don't know what she's looking for. I'm not a doctor.
She's patience? You know, your friends?
That's true. The doctor would be like, oh yes, Miss Troy, good, you're here. We need your help. There's 3 patients right this way. Should be lickety-split. I don't see any problems.
What, she's the doctor?
No, darling, I'm Miss Troy.
All right.
Okay, so everybody pushes in, and now, yeah, they enter the big group of them, all crowding into this tiny ass space that is the room. It's too squished. Everybody get out. I'm going to fall on Malzahar.
Please no.
Yep.
Miss Troy.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
She
Hello.
falls. Oh, she as strong as ever.
Hey, Miss. Yes. This is a little uncomfortable. Could you stand up, please?
From your
like,
chest,
oh.
you hear, oh, I
Miss
see.
Joy,
She
it's
can
good to
grab
see you."
everything.
Oh my God! What you? I'm not gonna say it. We'll talk later.
Yeah, we will.
Oh my God.
Okay. Oh, I see. You are all very. Yeah, Chris also enters. I don't know what you guys react to Chris.
Enter. No, I haven't moved.
Oh, you're staying out. Okay, the door has opened.
Oh, yeah, I picture myself like with my feet up, sitting in a chair.
Just across the hallway. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know if there would be magazines, but
Has Sylphie entered as well, or is she still in the hall?
That's up to you.
Then she'll gone in as well.
Okay, so yeah, so you see these 3. There's like ropes and stuff on the ground around them, but they seem to be just like sitting on their beds.
You're not Chris.
Who? I guess I would look around Miss Choi, who is probably still fumbling on top of me.
Yeah, she would have stood up
it's
with your
like-
help.
Who's this, Miss Choi?
Oh yes, let me introduce you. It's my daughter, Sylvie. Sylvie, say hello, darling.
Hello. And she gives a formal bow.
What kind of formal bow? Just a standard, like, whatever formal bow?
Whatever the etiquette of Arendelle would be.
Okay, cool. Hello, I am Malzahar, better known as Crimson Sands from the arenas of Valinor.
He's quite famous down there, and I
my
nudge him and
mother
I give him bardic
Has told me
inspiration.
much about you.
Yes, darling. I keep Sylvie informed on your adventures. Senshi will go, I am Senshi Yukana of the Yukana clan. It is very pleasure to meet you.
Sylphie will bow, and then, out of curiosity, she'll ask if the facial drawings are customary to his clan.
What do you mean? I am a customary type person. I was adopted. My people are humans. These are my horns.
She'll be a little confused at that and just kind of accept the answer and not question it further.
He'll look at Mal's and be like, what?
And I'm
Don't worry
Sky
about
Fairwood. Very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well, and she'll give a formal bow.
I'm so happy. Yeah, you're here. It's been
I'm
so
happy
long.
I'm here too.
Everybody say hi to Amber.
Hello, Amber.
Hi. Sorry we made you wait.
No, I enjoyed it. It was fun watching.
Yeah, she
I
now
still
has
have
a
your cryptic
good
spirit.
understanding of our characters. So Miss Choi will be like, okay, darlings, time to boopity boop you.
Miss Choi, I
hi,
don't know
Yuka.
why. What?
We'll need to go in private.
I'm like, yeah. I give you bardic inspiration.
Miss Choi grabs the curtain and separates you.
No!
Just close your eyes, darling. It'll be over soon.
You just hear screaming from the other side of the curtain.
Yeah, it just fades to black.
I would like to note
That's amazing.
that Sophie is perfectly straight-faced and just standing formally outside the curtain like this is normal.
She's used to her mom being this.
Yeah. Miss Choi is just doing
She's
the creepy
walking.
old grandma thing. She's not copping a feel, but she's definitely touching you and petting you and pinching your cheek, pinched your bottoms a few times. She's like, it just needs to make sure the bell takes, darling. These things take time, and this was a high-level suggestion. But after a time, she'll open the curtain, and then she'll just quickly tap both Senshi and Sky. There you go. She'll be all good.
Thank you, Miss Choi.
So he gets a full rub down, and then it's just, here you go. Sky and that's amazing.
Yeah, so Malzahar, actually, now that we have you here, maybe we could
God.
talk for a minute about the favor you now owe me.
Tammy's just leaning and watching all this with the
guess.
dear.
You're
I guess I
indebted to
do
her.
owe you, Miss Choi.
Yes, well, since you like my daughter so much, maybe we could talk about our future together.
I freeze up, just.
I just want the music to play. Give it a second.
No.
Is it
I'm
playing?
Yeah,
Well, I think it is.
Sophie will give another bow and say, I look forward to our marriage.
Oh my god.
I'm paralyzed, but in my head I'm like.
It is time for Sylphie to go out and see the world, and you are most acceptable for her to accompany on her journey.
It's Choi. It's oof. Oh, it's hot in here.
What does the bro say?
What do you say, darling?
I think I can't answer just yet. This is a really important decision for so many reasons.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I'll at Mason's funeral and all, whatever.
Exactly.
How about
Everyone's
you two get to know each other?
I wouldn't be completely opposed.
Wonderful, darling. Wonderful.
This is the best interaction ever.
Sophie will not seem offended by wanting to wait either. She's just kind of standing there.
I look to Senshi and I'm like, I don't know, wreck something, do something here.
Senshi's like, in honor of your wedding, I will perform.
Tammy starts to back out.
I can't even finish whatever he's gonna say. I'm laughing.
He will perform his ceremonial wedding dance.
Yes, I will do this at first mast. Congratulations, and he slaps you on the back.
So we're all good? We're all good to go now? Yeah, please? Thanks.
Doctors are like, yeah, you can get out. We need the beds. Apparently,
Hold
some
on,
people
I-
decided to attack a ice dragon. Who the fuck does that?
I am out of that room lickety split. Probably go to the front stairs, panic.
So as you guys pass like Chris, you'll notice that you're no longer in love with him to such an extent as you were.
Well, yeah, but it's like
Oh, hey, buddy.
I just didn't notice him.
Yeah, and you don't know the spell was cast on you anyway, so
Exactly.
it would just be like, yeah.
So it's just gonna peter off. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I would just walk past Chris, not even notice him, probably because I'm flustered.
As you exit the building, and like one of the Gregory is standing out there, before you pass, he's gonna like be like, "Whoa, where are you going?"
Well, Miss Choi seemed to have worked some voodoo, and I've been told we have a clean bill of health. So I was thinking, I guess, reporting to you?
Yeah, I suppose that's what we gotta do next. I'll wait for your companions to make sure we're all in the clear.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait over here.
Alright. Oh, I don't think we've been properly introduced, miss. I'm Gregory, the Royal Guard Captain.
Oh, hello. That must be quite the job.
Yep, keeps me on my toes.
I'm Tammy.
Well, hello, miss. I see you've gotten yourself stuck with some adventurers, have you?
And she just kind of looks at Miles and then looks behind at everyone else and like, I guess so.
You look awfully familiar to
well,
me.
no.
I have some family in town, if that helps.
Wouldn't happen to be Tilly and Tyler, would it?
It would indeed.
Well, you
know
can
that?
tell with the family resemblance.
Yeah, it's a little bit characteristic around these parts, I hear.
Yeah, not too often. See more of your kind in Brie, of course. But we get the odd
Oh,
one
yeah,
here and
thank you.
there.
Yeah.
All right, ma'am, if you just stand off to the side. I don't know if anybody else is coming out.
I'm actually just waiting.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Now you go.
Oh, okay. So Sky saunters out, kind of dusting herself off, noticing she's looking terrible. She's like, gosh, I can't go to the funeral like this. And I am going to I'm going to say sparkles, and my glamorous leather armor is going to give me like a little black dress, and then I have like a little I look I guess formal, but yeah, I'm no longer looking like crap.
Yeah, so your outfit looks really nice. Sylphie, as you look at her, she's still dirty as fuck.
Oh no.
Her hair is very burnt.
Is she aware that the spell was supposed to clean it, or?
Oh, it was just the armor. So like her clothes look good. They were definitely
okay.
tattered and burned, but she's still, needs a brush.
She will still compliment it and say that that you look good.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I am also in need of a rest and new attire before tonight's events.
Sylphie just kind of stares at his face, a little confused still.
Have you never seen before? I know we are rare, but rude.
It is more so that the drawings on your face are unique.
What drawings are you speaking of?
I look over at Sophie and I just like do the
Oh no.
hand under the chin.
What does that maneuver? Sky, what have you done?
What? I don't know what she's talking about.
I must have been mistaken.
But these tricks again by the people. Oh my god. And he grumbles and walks out. Out of my way, guard, or I will kill you.
Hey, Senchi's not fixed yet.
Okay, let's take about 20% off that.
Fine, I will wait here
I'm
quietly.
sorry, Gregory. He's learning how to people. Says she can't threaten him.
This is honor.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
He's not on. Dishonor brew.
Oh no.
Yeah, dishonor brew.
Now I'm sad cow.
You need to be sad cow.
Never.
I'll be sad
again.
cow.
Please, no.
I step out of it.
Oh, good evening, miss. You are looking much better than your compatriots.
Thankfully, I got something over at Greg's that would get me out of that kind of mess, eh?
Yes, Greg is very well known for his mastery of the silks.
I know he is fabulous.
Man,
Fabulous.
if there was a
Oh,
review board, I would leave a bad review on his silks.
I am sorry to hear that, Chris. But there's not. And you are also looking finely attired. I think you also got burnt, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He says I look finely attired.
Yeah, he didn't know how to not compliment you.
I'm like,
So he-
thanks, man. I look good in anything. And I strike a pose and I cast prestidigitation as sparkles clean me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my, much better. Well, I suppose you will be requiring a debriefing after your experience in Harverton.
I bet I deep breathe all the time.
Briefing, young master, little master.
So, no, I don't want to do business right now. I'll get my hair cut.
I don't know if
Yeah,
there's
what,
a barber.
What time is the funeral at?
Oh, that is a good question. Right now it is around 9 p.m. and the funeral will be held at 2 in the morning. Let's make that 4 in the morning.
Oh, that's. Well, I'd say late, but that's early. Okay, thank you.
You're in charge of the time the funeral's happening? That was kind of weird. Why'd you change it?
I'm not in charge of the time, that just is the time and I made a slip of the tongue. Apologies, there's a lot on my mind. What with Clarence having returned. How did you fare in Harverton, though?
Is no one going to talk about 4 in the morning?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
It's a little
4 in
much.
the morning?
It is custom in Arendelle to hold the funerals nearest to the time of death so that we can better speak to the souls of the departed. So, Maid-san, you said, was lost deep into the night, early morning. That would be around 4.
Wait, everybody could speak to the dead?
No,
News
but
to me.
it is customary for a funeral to be held like this.
Who speaks with the dead?
All of those hearts seeking to reunite with the ones they've lost.
That's kind of weird. Don't you just bury people? Does anyone else do this? Sky, is this normal?
Yeah, it is.
I see things in Nomerdom are held a little differently, and unfortunately we were unable to retrieve Maid-san's body at the place of her demise.
Hmm.
We searched hard, I want you all to know that. Many, many souls, many hours, but we did not find a trace of her.
Shame.
That's weird.
Shame.
Tammy's
Today-
just crying in the back a little.
I never even thought about how people who live on the surface deal with their dead. That's kind of strange.
Yes, there are many different customs on many of the lands. I'm sure your Minotaur friend can also attest to this. And she's like, yes, in our tribe we burn the dead.
Oh my god, but what about the fumes?
It is held on the edge of the island, so the fumes dust off into the wind.
What, go to someone else's island?
There are many islands around, but it is customary on the island that they died.
Dude, this is so weird. I've never thought about this before.
And how do they happen in Nomerton, Chris?
Well, we returned them to the Earth.
Okay, but Nomerton's a floating island much like Arendelle, correct?
Yeah, but like, we are one with the stone sort of thing. So we chisel into the stone and leave the bodies there. What do you guys call them?
But
What do you guys call them? They're like, I can't think of the name. I haven't been to one.
Catacomb?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. So
No one
your
any make-
entire...
And how do they do it in Valeria, Malzahar?
well, considering leading cause of death is sand snake, there's not usually a body left, so we hold usually a dusk or dawn vigil, depending what tribe they belong to.
Oh, I see. Very strange. And Greg is going to be like, now that that's out of the way, ours is at 4 a.m. You might want to get changed and get some sleep. Or have a debriefing. I suppose we could do it in the morning.
Do you know what time? Well, do you know what time it is?
9.
He said 9 p.m.
9?
9.
What's the time do the
9
stores
p.m.?
close? Usually here, Gregory.
10. 10 sharp.
Oh.
He like finger guns Chris. He's like, correct.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Alright. Well,
Tammy's
be
gonna
off,
tap
Gregory.
on Chris's shoulder. Sorry.
You got a destination you gotta be? We need to plan this right now. Anybody? Raise hands.
Hold on. Chris, when you've got a moment. And she just kind of walks Ray around the building here.
Alright, so who's going where? And when are we meeting up?
Okay. Does anybody know like a clothers or like
Greg's.
someone who makes like silk?
Greg's
Greg, I'm
yeah.
going there.
You would have silk things. Okay, I'm gonna probably head to Greg's first,
Alright.
then
Chris, don't
probably
cause trouble
quickly
with
to the
Greg's.
blacksmith.
Sylphie will say she has a pretty good understanding of the shops if Malzahar needs a guide.
Oh god. Oh! Sophie, it's
Aww.
we just got back. I don't exactly, smell great, and I think maybe
Oh,
best
here,
me and
let me help
Senshi.
you. And
Maybe
I'm
you
going
go
to
with Sky.
cast
You go with Sky.
Prestidigitation on Malzahar.
Yeah.
Then she's like, now I'm the only one who looks like shit. And Gregory's gonna turn to Chris and he's like, I need your guarantee that these 3 won't be causing any more trouble.
Oh, I can't guarantee that. I mean,
Wait, why
my
would
first
he
thing
be
I'm
the
gonna
one to
do.
guarantee that?
Oh, trouble? What?
Okay,
What do
then
you
they
want?
have been cleared of all suspicions against you-know-who.
Oh,
Sure you know
definitely
what.
not.
Suspicions of what?
Wait, what?
Then I'm afraid we won't be able to... Have they been cleared by the doctor?
The doctor's Miss Choi said we were all good to go, and the doctor agreed.
Yeah, she's not a doctor though.
I'm not going to take your word for it. I'm sorry at the moment, buddy.
Well,
Uh,
did you see Miss Choi leave?
Yeah, of course. She just walked by. I try not to talk to her.
Sylphie will confirm
Whoa,
that
why
the
would
magic
you not
spell.
try and talk to her?
Listen, I don't want to talk about it. Sophie's, that's all right. You're here. Oh, very nice to see you again, Sophie.
It is nice to see you as well. And she'll bow.
Oh, very lovely girl. All right, well, with the 2 of you confirming, and I guess I can go in and talk to the doctor. All right, you're free to go.
Alright, let's go to Greg's. But let me
I'm
talk
off
to
to
Tammy
Greg.
for a split here. I run
I
over to
assume
Tammy.
Sylphie just tags along behind me, and I'm just like, oh, like I don't try to outrun her, but I keep a pace that she's not walking beside me. Like, oh god.
Just
She'll
always
fall
speeding up.
behind, like just like it's it'll be really formal, and she'll just kind of walk behind, keeping the same pace, like exactly the same pace.
Hands crossed in front of her as she walks, like little. Okay, Tammy and Chris.
Smells hard. She's just running. They're both just sprinting.
But she's still holding the pose.
The same pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're both
The,
like not
the
heavy
most
breathing.
formal sprint.
So anyways, Tammy's kind of watching them go off, and she's kind of looking down at Chris and just sort of fidgeting nervously and like, so I wanted to talk. It's when you and she's just kind of stumbling around a bit.
Hey, when's the last time you went clothes shopping?
Wait, wait, what?
Have you ever been to Greg's? We're all gonna go to
Uh,
Greg's.
I was actually gonna go see my family real quick, and anyways, I gotta level with you. And she just kind of leans down and she kind of squats down, and then she's like sighing and then staring at the ground, and then like, so I think we got off on the wrong paw here. Like,
I
didn't-
have any paws.
this is a thing. So look, what happened in Harverton? The Chimera. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't too impressed when you drove it towards the town, and then when I talked to you about it, you were like, "Nah, not a
That's
problem."
a wild speculation. I definitely didn't drive it towards the town.
I'm pretty sure you said something about you dealt with it, and then it clearly was towards the town. And anyways, just look. I thought you were kind of an asshole. I'm not gonna say you're not, but Sky's vouching for you, and you did. Turns out you were. Well, I thought you were being kind of weird. Turns out you just had a plan to get your friends help. So, I'm bad at this. She just offers up a paw. Let's try this again. I'm Tammy.
It's Chris Peacock.
Alrighty.
Lex
And then
Peacock.
she-
I mean, fuck.
And then she just kind
You
of brushes
two are
herself off and
adorable.
like, okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. And she just kind of claps her hands and starts walking off and like, I'm off to see my family.
Hey, wait. You should definitely
okay.
change a bit. You're kind of burnt. Let's spruce you up.
Oh.
Come on down to Greg's. Let's get you something shiny.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, come to Greg's.
Besides, I need
He's
to
got
see
the
Tilly
awesome
too.
stuff.
So as you enter the towns, all the streets and walls of Arendelle are wreathed in garlands of clematis. There's crests hanging from all the buildings, flowers. There's little balls of light throughout. You'll notice that the town is much more alive than it usually is at this time. It's still bustling with people. Nobody's really closing their doors or anything like that. But yes, you
Whoa.
enter the town.
Are
Is the
those
funeral like a national holiday?
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
It
You get
appears,
tomorrow off?
if you want to ask anybody, they'll say it looks like it's being held like a royal funeral.
Okay.
Ooh. Is like those flowers that were in the courtyard, are they everywhere here too?
Yes.
Oh, I wonder if she likes these kind of flowers. I've never seen black ones before.
Do you want to ask anybody?
Nope, I'm just commenting as we walk.
What do you guys think? She wore pink,
I'd like
didn't
to see
she?
what's going on here. Yeah.
She'd probably be happy it's so lively and not so somber at the moment.
Well, it's giving
Yeah.
off a different energy than she. Oh, sorry.
This is a great way to celebrate Maidson. Rather than make it a somber occasion, just celebrate her life. That's a great idea.
Somebody in the crowd's like, "That's the idea."
This guy's just like, oh.
And then you hear cheer, cheer for Maidson, and everybody's like, cheer, cheer. Everybody stops to cheer, and then they go back to what they're doing.
Sophie will take part in the cheer.
Alright, so
She's the one yelling.
Is what they're doing is like they're working, but they're like crying silently as they work. Just the whole city's like choo choo.
True.
I don't know.
A couple of them definitely are.
Yeah, there's definitely people taking it harder. Who knows? But everybody else is working quietly. It's a dignified sight, but they're enjoying the evening.
Oh my god, you
You'll
guys...
hear chattering of Maidson deeds and stuff like that as you walk around the town.
Oh, I thought that maybe they heard about Harverton.
What's that about Harverton?
Chris,
Ah.
shut up.
I'm busy, guy.
Alright, where's Greg's?
I think Greg's is number 5.
Yeah, I thought it was there. Yeah, perfect. Alright, I walk into Greg's, preferably before Chris. Preferably.
Yeah, I
Because I know
picture
as soon as
myself dawdling.
Chris. Okay, perfect. Because I know as soon as Chris gets in there, nothing's getting done. So I immediately go up to the counter and I like find like whoever's working the counter right now. Is it Greg?
Yeah, so you'll see a little pixie flying around, folding sheets and stuff like that with his magic. And it's like, oh, hello there.
Oh, hello, Greg, I presume.
Yes.
I think this is my first time here. Do you deal in Valerian silk garments?
Oh, of course we do. Valerian silk is one of our highest exports.
Export?
Imports.
Ah, okay.
Sorry,
I was
speaking in the
confused
common language is very difficult for me.
there. Oh, would you prefer we speak in something else?
Oh, do you know Pixie?
Is it anything like? Do I have any other language?
Sylvan?
I would speak Elven, but that's about it. No,
Common.
it's-
Why, thank you, though. Very considerate of you. Now,
Oh,
what
you're
can I
really
get you?
welcome.
You looking for underwear? That is one of our best sellers.
Maybe another time, Greg. Greg, I need a special request, actually, if you don't mind. I did not plan to be attending such an event, especially one so somber. I need a Valyrian silk turban, but it must be black.
Oh, I see. That is a special request. I'll have to see if I have any in the back. Give me 1 sec. I assume
Thank
you're
you.
there tonight.
Yes.
That doesn't give me a lot of time. I'll have to charge you for a rush order. And he's muttering this as he walks back.
Okay, well, thank you, Greg.
And he'll come back out a few seconds later. He's like, yep, I got this very nice Valerian silk here. You can see it's nice and airy feeling. And he like holds out a piece of fabric for you to look at.
Is it like white or something? Like, does he just not care that it's black?
No, it is black.
Okay, then I'm
Nice
like,
black.
okay.
It's like, ooh, like a really like black horse, and it's got that like nice sheen to it.
Nice. And for a simple turban, how much will it run me, Greg?
Well, you'll need to have at least 8 feet of it. So, and if we charged 20 gold pieces a foot, then that would be 120? No.
Okay. 120? That sounds very reasonable, especially for a rush order.
Oh, wait. Well, no, it's 160. Sorry, I'm bad at math. And then a rush order. So, what? Even 200?
Greg, you just told me 120. How about I meet you in the middle and I'll pay you 160?
Greg only gets the finest.
This is the fight, and you're asking for 8 feet. That only leaves me with 4 feet. What can you do with 4 feet of black Valerian silk? Unless you want a pair of underwear. If you throw in a pair of underwear, and I'll give it to you for 200.
I wouldn't pay top price for his silks.
Oh, it's
Sophie,
you.
no,
Make it-
Greg.
Sophie would know Greg, yeah.
Sophie will walk up and ask if anything can be done, as this is her new fiance.
Oh,
Oh,
Sylvie, I thought that was, Greg, hey,
Sylvie,
like-
congratulations! I'm so happy
you
for
travel
you,
fast
Miss.
in a small town.
Yeah, Miss Joy must be very excited for this. And what a specimen you caught!
My mother is quite proud.
Well, for the new fiance
I'm
of
like,
Sophie, 160, I'll have to do it. Or maybe you could spend another 40 on some nice new underwear for your lady.
Tell you what,
With the black
no,
Valerian silk that's left over.
I'm good. I'll just take the turban for now, and we're contemplating knowing each other. That's it so far. I will be on my way.
I don't know about this one, Sophie. It seems kind of lackluster. He won't even buy you some new underwear.
She'll say that it'll take time.
It always does. And it's you again. Looks at Chris. What do you want?
I'm like messing up some folds in the corner, just like slowly.
I'm like, I'm bringing customers to you now. You gotta play nice.
He magically fixes all the things, and they like whap you in the face if you're standing too close.
Wow!
Chuckle.
What can I get you?
We're coming in for some sweet threads.
Yes, I can see that.
We're attending another special event. We got a whole budget and everything.
How much is your budget?
Same as last time. Don't you keep records of this stuff?
As I like flick a shirt.
It magically fixes itself. Of course we do, but that was for Alaya, and he's already paid. I think you're trying to do one over on me. Do a deception, please.
I'm only half lying.
You don't have a budget.
You're lying, motherfucker.
I have a budget. It just wasn't given to me.
Oh, that was almost a 1. Oh, you want to get kicked out of Greg's?
No. I'm too good for this.
Well, of course we have records. It's and he like goes over to a little file folder and he's like, "You had 1,000 gold pieces last time. Similar, sort of, same."
Yeah, let's start with the ladies. Let's get them all geared up. Well, Sky looks pretty nice. You happy?
Yeah, I'm good. Actually, Greg, do you have any ascots?
Well, of course, I've got 4 feet of black fabric right here that I.
Oh,
For-
well.
If you only need like a 10 inches
Can I
of it,
get one in purple?
purple at a funeral, I guess.
No,
let's
it's
see.
it's not for the funeral, no.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, what sort of fabric are you looking at?
Valerian silk.
Oh, very good choice. All right, let's see. Oh, I've got a lavender, and I've got a clematis, and I've got what type of purple are you looking for? Just point to one.
Aberdeen?
Oh, perfect. Here we go. You want an ascot size of it? You looking for it for today as well, ma'am?
Yeah, I'll just keep it in a bag or whatever. Yeah, but I'm it's a side thing.
Oh, okay. Well, 25 silver pieces for that.
All right. I give him
Oh,
a
wait,
gold
it was
piece.
Valerian silk? Yeah, I was like, it would be a gold.
I give him 2 gold pieces.
Oh, thank you, miss. Come back to Greg's
thank you.
anytime. Oh, Tammy, we haven't seen you around here in so long.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? And she's just
Oh,
kind of.
I see you've
nervous.
been making your own clothes again.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't seem to be holding up that well. You're looking for a little bit of Greg's to fix her up?
I mean, they told me I should come here. I was just gonna go visit my family. I don't know.
Oh, you can't kill your Tyler's like that. They'll think you died in the bush.
I nearly did.
Oh, well, let's get you a new set of wardrobes. How much you got on you?
Not a lot.
We've got a
it was
budget.
kind of-
Right.
I don't know you guys. You go. Are you buying
Just
for
sure,
me?
she's gonna need some. Here, I'll help out.
I can't. It's just.
Oh, if he's got a budget, miss, I'd say do with the budget, Tammy. Yeah, I know it's not that often that a rich gnome comes through town.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I just wanted like a black cloak or something. It doesn't matter as long as it just covers.
A quilt? No, I'm thinking. Remember that gold suit you got me, Greg?
Oh, of course, sir. That was my nicest gold silk I've ever made.
A cloak, not a drape, not a.
I've got nice 4 foot of Valerian silk right here, all in black.
That's a bit rich for me, but thank you.
I should have sold it to him. All right. Well, let's see what you said. You wanted black still?
Yeah, yes, I know it's probably you guys probably sell a lot of black today, but
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
What sort of fabric were you looking for? Not Valerian.
no, I guess whatever. I don't know, something canvas. Oh, maybe canvas. That's durable.
How about some wool? I can't be sending you to a funeral in canvas.
Oh, okay.
Okay, some wool.
Wool's durable too.
No, like satin minimum.
Okay, how about this? We'll do a wool exterior with the satin interior, so she gets a nice feeling.
Uh,
What do you think of that? Puts
yeah.
it.
Okay. I don't know. I usually make my own stuff, like you said.
Well, I'll just nip that up for you. It shouldn't take too long. Got all the ones working in the back, of course. That will be 50 gold pieces.
Oh,
Don't worry, your friends got it. Now you.
well,
What do you want?
I'm gonna have to get it because I've only got this, and she gives like 20 gold pieces.
Tammy, if it's the only thing you've had after living in the wilds for 4 years, keep it, darling.
What?
Keep your money. He's paying.
Okay. Oh, thanks,
He
guys.
like taps your hand.
And she turns around and kind of gives like a grateful bow to whoever's got the money here.
I think it's Chris paying.
Yeah, I was
Alright.
half lying, but I'm just like browsing, walking around.
He like waves at you absently.
Okay.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
seems very subdued right now, so she's just kind of standing to the side here.
So after a few minutes, he'd fly out with your cloak and drape it on you. It's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
A nice silky interior is something to wish for. You should really come to me if you're looking for adventure and clothes instead of making your own.
Okay. Does this thing have a hood, by the way?
Oh, of course.
Okay, awesome. She sort of puts it on and just drapes it and kind of comes this big black amorphous mass. Thank you.
He's like, okay, thank you. Now, Chris.
But what about Little Troy?
Oh, Sophie, I didn't know you needed anything.
I mean, they're all
she's-
here. We got
She's
a
just kind
budget.
of, she's just kind of staring at the merchant's attire, the very expensive one.
Ooh.
Oh, it's still got your eye, doesn't it, Sophie? Haven't sold it yet, though.
I'll have the gold someday.
Well, maybe your new friend could pay for you.
I can't ask him of that.
Oh, if you can't ask your fiance, who can you ask?
I'll learn it.
Okay, you do you. Senshi will be like, I require a silk kimono. Black.
Senshi, what happened to you? You look the best in armor.
I will wear it under my armor. I almost said over, and then I was like, no. And I don't really want to RPing back and forth, so I'll just say he orders a nice silk kimono that we'll later give back. Because I don't want to take his money.
I can see the dicks on his face.
Oh, it appears you've been...
I
Top-
look
I
at
turn around
Chris.
immediately and start doing the no motion. No. Stop.
I've seen
Yeah.
you've met tomfoolery. And he like turns away.
Tom's a great guy. Let's go, Senchi. Come on.
Yes, I need to rest. My head feels funny. Chris, you're the only one who hasn't bought anything. Would you like to?
Yeah, I don't know what to buy. So I guess I'll just buy a black suit. Maybe I have like leather pants or something.
So a black suit top with leather pants. That's pretty good. Pirate shirt, kind of poofy. Strings in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit of frills.
This is Greg doesn't really like you, but whenever you two vibe together on clothing, he's like, yes, I see it. Oh, it'd be wonderful.
Like, man, this is why I keep coming back here.
I shall make it for you right away. It'll be 200 gold pieces.
Oh, come on, Greg.
I don't like to wishy-washy around prices. You know how the king gets.
Alright, well, next time I come here, I'm coming alone.
Hey, Chris, maybe you should try getting married. Apparently, he gives fiancés discounts.
Only Sophie. She's
Yeah.
been coming around here since she was a tyke.
I don't
Oh,
really want to
God.
get tied down or anything.
Aren't you in the contest to win the prince? Whatever, it's not my business. Anyway, 200 gold pieces?
Yep, that's everything, right?
That's everything. Wait.
Well, what do you do?
Not
Greg?
in total. That's everything you have to purchase.
Oh, come on, Greg.
Well, the grand total is what, 250?
Sure.
That's not, see? It's not that much.
Chris,
You
Greg
guys are
op-
rich.
Does he take goblin coins?
Do you take goblin coins?
I know, the only one who takes goblin coins is the banker, Vita.
Oh, good God, I don't like the bank.
Why don't you like the bike? There's a nice set of goblins there.
You ever met somebody? Oh, you ever met somebody who you just can't?
No.
Well, maybe it's
I
me.
have.
Picture Ted and me coming into your store.
Oh, I don't like it. Get out.
You get it, yeah. All right, see ya.
You give me bad vibes.
Just to be clear, you want the money?
Yes.
I give him 200 goblin coins.
No.
Oh, come on.
All the magic or all the clothing you'd given floats up into the air and starts to go towards him.
No, I definitely pay him. I just
Okay.
fumble around and.
Okay. Left Greg's. Where does everyone want to go?
I would want to go to the something mace or blah blah blah. The weapon shop I've been going
Milda's
to this
mace?
whole time.
Matilda. Yeah. Matilda's mace is number 4. You guys even wrote weapons on it.
All right, what do you guys want to do here? Oh, all right, Mouse, meet at the inn.
Okay, I'll meet you at the. Wait, what? Sylphie, are you gonna follow me around the entirety of the town?
Yeah.
It's just that, like.
Okay,
that
now
formal
that I have
walk.
Sylphie alone, I'm like, Sylphie, you are seemingly a wonderful girl. This is simply not a decision I can make with this amount of time. I'm still learning myself. So, I mean, I had not planned to settle down anytime soon, and I don't know how long you wish to wait for an answer.
I'll travel. I can travel with the party until you're ready.
Say what?
I can travel with you until you're ready to give an answer.
Sylphie, we'll be going on dangerous
Yeah,
adventures,
and I go give
fighting many
Sylphie a hug.
monsters, and well, no. This would have been only when me and Sylphie are alone.
When
Not doing
you
this in front of
when you
everybody.
mention dangerous, you'll notice that her like formal thing kind of breaks, and she seems a little more eager. And she's like,
Oh god, she's a secret barbarian. This bitch gonna be crazy. Okay, this was all in my head. Okay, but it's like okay, well, Sylphie, in the meantime, okay, Sylphie, one thing I will run by you then, as just maybe this will dissuade you in case you still had any concerns. We have certain customs in Valinor when it comes to matrimonial matters.
she'll ask what those are.
I don't want to go over this right now.
Yeah, do it. Make it up
Yeah.
on the spot.
No, I know what it is. It's polyamory is the norm.
Let me get
It's
my
like,
book out.
a king will definitely have a harem. Like, that's not a question. Even, like, subjects will have harems, depending on how high. And then it's like, if you're a champion in the gladiatorial arena, you'd probably be likely to have, like, a harem or a slew of lovers. But it's not a matter of, like, just sex. It's actually polyamory. Like, they actually do love. They only mate with, essentially, the harem is filled with women you only love. Not like, I'm tired of my first wife, I want a second wife type thing.
Would I be able to roll history to see if I know the customs of that land?
Are you half wood elf or just half elf and
No,
wood
she's
elf
half
for
wood
what
elf.
the D&D thing? Okay, where would wood elves even come from in this world?
The
An
woods.
island.
Definitely not Valnar, unless there's woods
No.
there.
Yeah,
She
so
has
like
no idea.
you're like, I've heard of Valinor, and I know I buy their silks. But I have not looked into their marriage customs.
Oh, that wasn't a public roll. I rolled a 4. I
Yes.
changed it now.
Oh, okay. But it's like, so, because I haven't even met, like, my first wife yet, or the person who makes my heart a flutter type thing. It's like, I don't make rash decisions.
Just
Or
make them
have
have this
you?
conversation.
Or have I?
Sophie will, seeing that he's like clearly not interested in it, she'll say that that she would be interested in just joining the party in general for
Well, question,
future.
is Sylphie attractive?
My charisma is 19.
That doesn't mean shit. No, I mean, like elven features wise, you're not like particularly anything that would be considered like you're not deformed, are you? Yeah, you're fine.
Formed.
Like, you're... I don't know. Does she have a humpback? I kind of draw the line at the humpback
Are
a
you
little,
not
you know?
You're not like a frog person, or like...
Like, there's certain things
Easy.
I'd probably not be okay with, but it's no, if she, like, I'm not going to say no to her and completely dash her hopes. Like, frankly, I just don't know her.
Have that conversation with her, man. I just don't know you. And she's
Yeah,
offering to spend time with
I'm
you.
saying this out loud. I'm saying this loud. I just don't know you, and it's, if you would like to adventure with us, that is fine. But how about we just start as friends, and I would, like, reach out my hand and, like, to shake her hand.
She will say it will just be an honor to travel with the party that contains the future king, and then accept the handshake.
Oh, well.
Ooh.
Out of character though.
Ooh.
Out of character though. Instant friend zone. Lol.
I like shaking. I'm just, well, no, that comment was like, oh wow, okay, it's hot in here. All right, well, I need to maintain my weapons. If you wish to follow, by all means.
But I want to note that she doesn't seem offended at all that you've just declined her.
Okay. She's not like a secret sundeer, is she? I feel like you would build a sundeer and it would fucking suck.
No, she just seems perfectly formal about everything
Okay.
that's just happened.
Okay.
The fumbles are more so my nervousness about RPing because I haven't done it in a while.
You do.
All right, no worries. You're doing great. All right, but if anybody else wants to go before I do the weapon shop bit.
What's the term for having a bunch of like women? Harem. Never mind, we're good.
A harem, yeah. Or
It's okay. I just had to write it down. Yeah. Sky, you were saying something to Senshi, I think, but I don't know if that was because of Mouse. He had walked away.
No, I guess me and Tammy just get to talking about our outfits there, and then if we have time to get to the if before the funeral, I might just split off and go to the orphanage real quick.
Okay.
So I just say, I'll meet you guys at the funeral. I just gotta pop by the orphanage real quick. And yeah, I take off.
Okay. You can make your way there.
But if somebody else wants to go while I'm doing that.
Tammy, do you want to go?
I could. It's gonna be interesting times with Tilly, so I don't know if it's gonna be anything useful or just like straight up weird RP.
That's fine. You can walk
Okay
into,
then.
You can walk into Tilly's Tavern and the familiar sights and scents of a bustling bar. It's a little more somber than usual. The music that they have playing is calm. You see Jimmy Neutron's behind the bar, and I think Ginny is walking around serving people.
Tammy just kind of stares and looks around and goes, okay, and just kind of walks towards the bar to see if her aunt's there. I think it's her aunt. Her family's there.
So Jimmy will notice you and be like, Tammy, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you?
It has been a while, hasn't it? I'm doing okay.
Doing okay? You kind of... Yeah. Oh, that's a very nice cloak you got on. Haven't made that yourself.
No. I had to... just for Maid-san's funeral, like, I got convinced.
Well, city life becomes it. Would you like me to go find Tilly?
Only if she's not busy. I mean,
I think she's just doing some paperwork in the back, but of course she'd love to see you. She sent you the letter and all. I'll just go...
Maybe I'll follow you back.
That works too, I guess, eh?
If that's okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he around the bar and like through a couple doors to the back room, and he knocks on a random wooden door. And you hear Tilly's voice from the inside, come in. And so he'll open the door and be like, oh, Tilly, perfect. Oh, you wouldn't imagine who's here right on the cusp of the funeral, but it's Tammy.
Hi.
He'll get out of the way.
Hi.
I'll leave you two to it.
Thank you. Best of luck.
So you see Tilly stand up from behind a wooden desk, and she is very similar to yourself, a very sleek tabaxi. Her fur is shiny and pretty. She wears a very nice dress, but with working shoes on. And she's like, Tammy, you're wonderful. I thought you wouldn't make it. I sent that letter out forever ago.
Hey, Auntie. Hey, Auntie. And she just kind of sits there for a moment and then, like, starts bawling and then goes and grabs, like, Auntie.
Yeah, she opens her arms for a hug and starts, like, petting your head in a very cat-like manner. Like, it's okay.
Yeah. Yep, they're just both purring at this point.
Yes, I know she meant the world to you, didn't she?
I know, T. Lily. She's gone.
Yes, that is life. That is adventuring, what you've chosen to do. I offered you to stay at my bar and work here.
You know I couldn't stay, especially after that one time with the barrel. Let's not talk about that.
I'm sure everybody's forgotten that fiasco. It's fine.
Well, you know I could never stay in one place even as a kid.
I know,
But
darling.
I do thank you again.
But just remember that, adventuring has its risks, and I worry for you.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen Tyler yet?
No, I haven't. I just got here. I just got here minus the clothes.
Yes, you look very nice, darling.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe we'll
You
get
just
you another set before you leave.
Oh, I couldn't. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this one.
Hey.
Oh, pardon?
I said, well, it's better than the ones that you've been making.
Okay, and she just kind of shuffles.
Well, come. Have you had a good meal recently? How are you feeling? Your skin does
Actually quite
look...
sorry.
You need a bath, I think, first, by the smell of you.
Yeah, gosh, yeah. Chimeras. I don't like chimeras. I'm never looking at fire again. I'm never looking at portholes the same way again.
A chimera? You were just off in Quincy. What on earth did you meet a chimera?
Harverton.
What?
There was. I don't exactly remember how I got there. I think there was alcohol involved, but
I told
not
you.
your alcohol, nowhere near as good. But it was a bad day.
Maybe that is why you shouldn't be staying at the inn. This always happens when you drink so much.
I know it was but it was when I got the letter about Maidson, and it was a bad day.
You're right, and maybe I shouldn't be saying this as somebody who runs a tavern, but you can't use alcohol as to cover your emotions. You have to feel, Tammy.
Okay.
But come.
Yeah, I'll get cleaned first. Cleaned up.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm glad you are safe, and let's keep you a nice warm bath, and we'll get you on your way.
Yeah.
I'll call Tyler, and we'll have a meal together after.
Okay, thank you, Auntie T. Lily.
So then she'll, bring you to a little bathhouse. It'll be nice and warm. You can have a bath.
Is Tilly like one of those therapist bartenders?
Yeah, she gets talked to by a lot of people. Chris, would you like to do anything?
Yeah. I'm like, hey, yo, Senshi, you got any plans?
No, I am thinking of where to sleep. I don't know if I have enough coins for the inn.
Yeah, dude, they're expensive, eh?
Yes, it does seem that we are low-ranked adventurers.
Well, I'm sure Sky will let you in. I walk away.
Wait, no, I don't want to stay with the children. They kept poking me. I am not a stuffed animal.
Does he just follow me?
Yeah, he's not going to the orphanage.
I just notice him and then I start running.
Chris, God damn it, we've done this before.
I'll run into number 3 here.
Minister, I will not reveal.
He runs in as well, and as you guys
No! Reverse!
Yeah, you run in, and he blocks the door frame, and you are greeted by a very fancily dressed goblin who's like, "Hello, and welcome to the Golden Chain. What can we do for you?" Wow, that accent.
I'm just like frozen and like pedaling backwards right into Senchi's legs. And Senchi isn't moving at all.
Yeah.
Like, no, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out! And I start like banging on his kneecaps.
He's like, oh, of course, honor. And he moves out of the way. And the goblin's just like, oh, okay, bye then. You seem to not like goblins very much. That seems close-minded of you.
Oh man, no, I got an open mind. Goblins are the worst. Have you never seen them before? Just look through the window. Oh, I can't even. Oh.
Yes, I came to the Golden Chain to switch my coins around and get more goblin coins so I could buy potions from Vita.
Oh my
She's a very
God.
nice lady.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. They got you. They got you too, man.
This seems very racist of you, considering how you were yelling racist at Tammy the other day for calling you little shit.
Yeah, but I'm not a goblin, man.
I fail to see difference.
How dare you? You know what?
Something you would say.
You can sleep on the street, Blacko.
Oh, wait, no.
I start pulling the kimono out of his hands too.
No, give it. I'm sorry. That's not honor. Honor.
Well, yeah, hold on. I don't want to make you angry or anything. You can have it.
Thank you. I did not mean you are goblin. I meant racism applies equally to all who see other races as inferior.
You're one to talk, Senshi.
Yes, I have had experience with people name-calling me due to my size and shape. Like that Sylphie girl. She said something was wrong with my face.
Yeah, no, you look good, bud.
Thank you.
You might want to, like, take a bath or something, though.
Yes, I have been stinky. Then at Harvardton, they did not have baths, and we were there for like 3 days.
Yeah. You know, I'm alright, but you worked up a sweat.
For sure.
You
Got
not
toasted
swim?
twice.
Did you not go for a swim? I went for a swim in the lake.
No, that is not honor. Only.
Alright. You know, we should talk about this honor thing.
Yes, I think that is a good decision. Maybe we should do it another time.
Yeah, you meditate on that.
And I just like slowly walk away, whether he follows me or not.
I just want him to sit down in the street. Maybe he'll go to Tilly's Tavern. I don't fucking know.
Okay, I'm done for now.
Okay. So we will. Well, Sky, you just kind of went over there, so we'll RP your session.
All right.
So you go in
so
and- Kids are kind of running about still. Like, they're definitely awake and they're doing children things. Like, they don't understand that the atmosphere should be morose.
Yeah.
And they're like, Sky! 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 Sky!
They're like on the roof.
Hey,
and
guys.
shit.
They're fucking everywhere.
Hey,
Sky's
guys,
back! Everybody
come
says
around.
Sky's back! Did you make us candy?
Not today. Sorry,
Aw.
guys. I just got
Aw.
back. Is Mom around?
Yeah, Mom's in the back room getting ready for the funeral.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna go visit Mom real quick, but
Aw,
we'll have
Boo,
to have a
play with
pillow fight later.
us. Play with
Pillow
us.
fight later, okay?
Oh, Boo. So then, yeah, you can push your way past them. They're all like gripping your legs a little bit.
Yeah.
One's still holding on as you walk.
It's like 5 kids hanging
Timmy,
off.
Timmy.
Good job.
They're now dogpiling you. Yeah, Sky's
No,
playing.
no, No,
Jump
I won't
and
do
jump
these
up
now.
again. Yeah, I like it when you jump.
What?
I was trying to do Timmy, but I fucked up.
I think there's just going to be a kid just
Timmy,
jumping from the roof onto
no.
the dog pile.
The people's elbow. They were holding her down.
Yeah, there's a lot more children. You were not prepared for this.
Yeah.
You're like, guys, I'm
Yeah,
tired.
it's, uh,
They're rooting for your pockets. Do you have any candy on you?
No, I don't. Guys, I
She's
don't have
got
candy.
drugs.
No, but you have drugs.
Oh no.
Oh,
What the fuck? Little crackheads?
No,
They pull out your
no.
poppers and they're like, Sky, what is this? These are like, oh, I gotta
No,
taste this.
those
stuff.
are not for
Oh,
you. Those are not
oh,
for you.
keep
And I
away.
start to take all of that.
Yeah,
I
they
take
try to.
all of it from...
They play keep away from you.
No, I want it back.
Roll athletics.
Don't get me in trouble with Mom.
Oh,
You
you're gonna
okay?
get in trouble.
All right, what do I gotta use for acrobatics?
That or like sleight of hand or something. Describe how you want to grab it back. They're tossing it back and forth. Oof.
I
you
like.
do it.
Oh yeah, shit! I just fucking
Oh.
jump right up on him, and I just fucking ninja run like and like grab all of their
Well,
shit.
we're gonna tell Mom. But you can run past them.
You tell Mom, Timmy. If you tell Mom, I'll tell her what you did to the our last goldfish.
Well, you said you wouldn't tell.
I will now.
Fine, you don't
tell her.
fun anymore.
You're a terrible person.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna-
a terrible
talk to Mom.
person. Fine, go talk to Mom.
I will, and I like.
Good, do
start
it.
off.
One's mooning you.
And
Okay.
I go see Mom.
So you make it down the hallway and you enter the familiar office that is Mom's office, and she's kind of moving around, shifting things around, getting things ready, counting leashes. Okay, there are 13 children who will run everywhere. Oh, Sky, you're here. Oh, hello. You're back already. Oh my, your face looks a little dirty. Let me just clean that up for you. And she like takes out a little rag and starts blotting your face. Licks it and then does it again.
I guess she sees the eye.
Oh Jesus! Fuck! I forgot about that. Oh my! What did you do to your eye? And she's like getting really close to your face. She's like, it's a different color. It looks weird. Sky, what happened?
I am going to close the door to the office. I'm gonna sit in the chair and I'm gonna just start to bawl.
Oh my darling, what has happened? You haven't done this since the time you broke up with Alicia. I don't remember her name. What's wrong?
Nuber's gone.
Christine.
It's all my fault.
No, you've had him for so long.
Yeah.
What? Can't be your fault, my darling. What has happened? Animals die sometimes, and when you take a small
I know.
rodent on an adventure, it's bound to happen.
And feed it
And I also-
candy that causes magic bolts. That's probably not a good idea.
And that.
I actually tell her that part. And
Oh.
I say, like, it's all my fault. I was stupid. I was just...
Well, she lets you talk and like finish, and she's like, well, should you have fed a hamster goose meat? No. Did you know that it was magically enhanced? No. So I would not say it was your fault. It was a circumstantial thing, as happens on adventure. You know, we're going to a funeral tonight. That's all circumstance. Nobody wanted Maidson to die. Nobody wanted Nuber to die. It's just life, darling.
I as soon as she mentions mates on, like, I start to, like, break down a little bit again.
Yes, let it out. We all need to have these feelings. Tonight is just a therapy session for everybody. We all need to have these feelings, darling. It's okay.
But I also lost my eye to some, like, I don't know what this thing is.
Yes, it does. It's a weird color, and honestly, the size is a little. Like, what is. How did you. Yes, tell me what happened with your eye. It becomes you, I
You
mean. It
see
looks
like
lovely.
you see like the tentacle or whatever just kind of like wipes across the eyelid.
She's like, whoa. Now, darling, I've seen some weird things as an orphanage caretaker. You know, those boys definitely get into things and where they put
Oh,
things.
I know.
You know, yes, don't need to tell you. But what is your
Tiefling
eye?
puberty is horrifying.
Yes, I know. Timmy's getting close. You can hear his voice starting to change.
That's just their thing.
Maybe this time we'll finally figure out, what sort of parent he had.
Hmm.
Always an exciting occasion when they burn down a wing of the orphanage.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So, you just have a green eye now. You know what? It sets off your face beautifully. I don't think it's anything to be upset about. You just have to get used to it. She, brushes your cheek gently.
I can see in the dark now, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, there we go. There's always a silver lining.
Yeah. I guess this thing isn't so bad. It's just kind of creepy.
They just
And
have
I can
to get you.
actually, and then I cast prestidigitation and I make it go turn blue.
Oh, interesting.
It goes right back to normal. I was like, huh. I guess this kind of works.
That's right. You can hide it if you need to. But remember that you are who you are and you're beautiful no matter what. Never be embarrassed
Thank you,
by
Mom.
things that happen to you. Or where you came from if she boops you on the nose.
Aw. I give her a kiss on the cheek.
Woo-hoo-hoo. She giggles.
Thank you. I just hold her for a bit, and I
Yeah.
will end my turn. End my turn.
Yeah, she'll definitely hold you in the chair. She's got a big cushioned chair there that you throughout living there, as you grow older, that's the nursing chair, and she holds the kids and stuff like that when they have upset times, and it's a familiar spot.
Aw, so I just curl up next to Mom.
Yeah. She pats your head, she orders some warm milk and stuff like that.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
We
Well,
will go...
that's a bit.
we can
It's
go.
like, Mom.
She's like, oh, just
Don't
drink it.
Don't just the warm milk and honey, dude.
Right? It's good for you. Strong bones. Puts a little sugar
know,
in the
but-
veins. And it keeps you sweet.
I mean, yeah, but I also like alcohol.
Okay, well, later after the funeral, we'll go on Tilly's, okay? And you and I will have a drink.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, we'll go to
All right.
Mel's. Sophie, are you still with him, or did you wander off?
Sophie has gone to Miss Troy's odds and ends before going to the tavern where it was said that they would meet.
Okay, I guess we'll do Mel's and then you.
So, after Sophie leaves, I'm kind of like, oh, well, I didn't mean you had to go, but okay. I'll deal with this. I'll see her shortly anyway. So, I go into Matilda's mace.
Okay.
I walk up to the counter, to My Chemical Romance, and
Hi.
hey, is Perky working late tonight? Can I just head to the back?
Yeah, go ahead. It's not like anybody spends time here anyway. Only maids on.
Are you gonna be going to the funeral?
Of course, who wouldn't be going to her funeral? She's like a goddess.
She will be missed.
She starts to weep a little bit, goth tears. Her makeup is running.
I'm like slowly reach across the counter. I'm not sure if she wants a pat or anything, but I'll lightly pat. There.
She allows it to happen, and then she's like, "No, I'm cool. You can go back."
Okay, well, I'll talk to you later. Maybe on my way out.
Yeah,
head to the
cool. Whatever.
I
All right, you go into the
So
back
Miss-
and
Yeah. Say hi to Miss Congeniality over here. Hey, how's it going?
oh hey, what's up?
Uh, are you doing okay? I noticed your other half up there was a little shaken.
Yeah, Betty really had a really nice relationship with Maid Son. Like she would come by all the time and she would just brighten the shop. And I know that it was just really important for her. And the thought of her not being able to come around and do that anymore is hurting us. But you know, we're gonna get through the day. Yeah.
Okay, well,
How are you?
you know, I'm also, I only knew her for a brief bit, unlike the people here, but she was a very bright personality and did
Oh, she was so
bring
bright.
warmth to everyone's life.
Yeah,
So,
so warm.
you know,
I agree.
so I'm just here to have this polished.
Oh, of course, yes, yeah. Oh wow, you've been using this hard, eh? Oh wow,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, it's seen some use for sure.
For sure. What have you been hacking plants with this thing? It's all fire burnt too. Like, oh, I'm gonna need some CLT.
Dandelions and chimera.
Oh yes, Chimera will do it. Hard skin on those things.
Quite.
Okay, well, I think our usual price is what, 5 gold pieces, and I'll have it ready in 5 hours, an hour. I don't know.
Would you be able to do deliveries or anything of that nature? Because I know you'll be closing soon.
Oh, we're actually staying open late because of the funeral. People need something to do.
Oh, well, sure. I'll probably just wait in the shop then. Maybe keep. What are their names again? I 100% should remember this in Malzahar, but just me personally, I don't remember them at all.
Beth is the front girl, and Matilda is the back, but she's called Maddie.
Okay, so I would be like, and I don't know, maybe I'll keep Beth company or yourself if you need someone to talk to while I wait.
Oh, well, I would just love that, but maybe see how Beth's doing. I'll get to work on your items here.
Okay, well, thank you. And I'd leave the sword and my 2 hand axes.
Perfect.
Okay.
So,
And you said 5 gold altogether or per?
I think you were only doing 1 before, so we'll say, with the extra 2, we'll say 10 gold.
Okay.
Because
So
they're littler
1.7
axes,
on
2.5. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. And then I would, like, someone else can go, but I would just keep, like, I guess Beth company because she looks like she's needs someone to talk to.
Having a
But I
hard
don't know if
time.
you want to repeat that right now.
That's okay.
There's another one on your harem.
Yeah.
I need to check the emo box, you know?
Right? You do. You already got like 2 old ladies. All right, Sophie.
And you got girl? Shit.
So, is Miss Choi in the shop right now?
Yeah.
So, Sylphie will enter, and upon seeing her, she'll bow and say, "Mother, my looks were not to his liking. I have failed."
I didn't say that! No! What are you doing, Amber?
Going to get you killed,
Miss Troy's gonna kill you. Yeah.
He's gonna put a curse on me!
And I thought my
don't
milk
do
and
it,
butter was
Lauren!
funny.
Don't
she
you do it,
she
Lauren!
will continue. She'll go. However, I have maintained a position within the party.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. That. I don't even fucking know how she'd react. Okay. Oh no! How could you not like your looks? That is unacceptable, darling. We have used the finest cream since you were a baby.
I cannot apologize enough, Mother.
Yes, this is very unacceptable, Sophie. We expected better from you, raised in such good household. What will your father say?
That I'm a failure.
But this is good news that you have maintained close proximity to the target.
Even if marriage is not an option, I will maintain a connection.
Good, yes. And we can also, since you're very close to him, make sure he has no other options than you only option.
Are you suggesting that I remove the other options?
I'm not saying anything, darling. I'm just saying keep your enemies far away from your dear love.
It shall be done. And she'll bow.
Good. You should take this with you, darling, to make sure you
I have 2
stay
brooches.
safe.
They're the ones
And
that can actually kill people.
she'll slide something in your hand, but I think I forgot to make it a handout. So I'll give you an item later.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't have a handout yet.
It's not poison, right? I'm not down with her poisoning people.
Yeah, it's a little necklace, and it has like it's got a little like blue vial in it. And it's very pretty around it. Very intricate.
I can't wait.
Is
And
it
that's got the poison
is it an
in it.
item that was in the shop, or is this a new item?
It's a new item.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait for her to get a hold of your brooch and give it concrete shoes and throw it in the river or something.
Yo, Malzahar just gets jollied in front of everybody.
This is great. I didn't expect that. It was fucking hilarious. You have done well. Keep yourself safe, darling.
She'll seem a little saddened by the words "keeping herself safe," and then she'll just say, "Of course," and then do another bow.
This will help you. And she kisses your forehead. She does dote on you. You are our pride and joy.
Thank you,
Oh,
Mother. And she'll,
Toy joy.
following that, she'll give another bow before going to the tavern where the meeting was said to be.
Come on, darling. Let Mama know if you need anything.
Does that include the removal part?
The removal part?
Getting rid of the people together.
Yes, if you have any troubles, darling, don't forget where your mama is.
Of course. And then she'll head to the tavern.
And who your mama is. I accidentally exited the game, so one sec.
Does it as she's walking out and the door is swinging or something? Is Miss Troy darkening the whole room and laughing manically?
Just the candles are slowly dimming and just her face glows in the dark.
Yeah.
That's what happens whenever she says, "And who your mama is," and the room darkens and it gets a little colder, and Sophie just rushes out.
She's literally the Disney villain. Living in
So
our
close to home.
Miss Choi is the big bad.
midst. Could be.
She could be. Da 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 da.
Did we ever get a last name from Clarence?
No.
Clarence was working for me all around.
That's
Emma.
It's like Bridgewater or something.
Joy.
It's Bellwater, but
Bridgewater.
I don't think I don't think you got introduced. Tammy wouldn't know, at least.
No, definitely
Yeah.
not.
I think when he first announced himself, he did it.
Tammy, is there anything you would like to do after your bath?
Good lord. Probably just catch up with Tilly and Tyler and
yeah.
drink a bowl of honey and milk, because apparently I'm doing that now. That's a thing.
Yeah, so whenever you exit your bath, and there's a nice fresh set of clothes there as well as your cloak, and then once you exit, you go to a kind of a side room that's sort of their house or Tilly's house, and it has a little breakfast nook and stuff like that, and Tilly and Tyler are sitting there.
Hi.
Oh, hi, darling. It's so lovely to see you. Oh wait, fuck, how do you do Greg's voice? Tyler.
You mean Tyler's?
Yeah, one sec. You can talk to them. I'll just figure it out.
Alright, she's probably just gonna go in and hug him and do the purring, nuzzling thing.
My God, Tammy, you're looking so small. We need to fatten you up before you go out into the woods again.
Ty! It's fine!
Why, have you been getting all of your protein? I know you just like to eat the carrots.
I'm
We
getting
are-
protein.
We are
Mostly
tabaxi, Tammy. We need to eat our meat.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm doing good. It's okay.
Yeah, there is definitely a bowl of hot milk there with honey and stuff in it.
Hell
And
yeah.
a beer beside it.
Hell yeah.
So they would toast and stuff and have dinner. Unless there's anything specific you want to ask, we'll see if Sky's done.
No, I'll probably just... yeah, I'll just probably warn them that everyone else is going to be coming at some point.
They're like, oh, we'll have tables ready. It's going to be a busy night. Sky,
Yeah.
Did Chris Peacock want to go, or?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Is the inn open?
Yeah, somebody else is just running the counter. It's not just Tyler all the time.
But do I notice? Are they another tabaxi?
No.
Oh. Yeah, well, I'm sort of distracted.
They're like a half.
A half orc.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're huge. I might notice that. I'll walk up and be like,
Hey, Travis, what's going on, my mate? Whoa!
Good evening, sir. What can I get for you?
Oh, hey, I'm just here for my room, and do you guys have like a tailoring service? And I'm gonna like start undressing right in the lobby.
Sir, please do not undress unless in a room. What is your name?
I keep undressing as I like talk to him and like jump around taking off my socks and stuff.
He like makes no move to stop you.
I'm like, Chris Peacock. I'm in room, and I look at my key that I have from last time I stayed here.
You never gave your key back?
Correct. I never checked out. I still have stuff in the hotel.
Because you did get a room instead of staying at the orphanage, right? Okay, I gotta write those down.
It's been it's been at least 3 days though.
3 days, yeah. So he'll be like,
you were gonna have a bill.
Chris, we weren't sure if you would be returning. We have moved your possessions into an antechamber. Will you be requiring the same room?
I'm not an anti, man. Why would you do that?
I do not understand.
Yeah, me neither. Will you just deliver it to room number
106.
106? Oh, I thought it was 901. Cool.
We do not have 9 floors, sir.
Yeah, I had questions about that, but I was whatever.
And will you be paying now or when you check out, sir? 1 evening or 2?
Ah, no, man. Doesn't Tilly and Travis told you about my deal?
No.
I was thinking to do a little something tonight, but I should obviously talk to the big cats. Or the fat cats.
He won't laugh. He'll be like, it appears on our schedule we already have a Lexi Fox impersonator for the evening.
Yeah, dude, but it's like 9:30, not 10. I don't know what time it is.
It's probably around 9:30 now. Yes, they are on from 10 till 12.
Okay. Interesting.
If you would like, you could play 12 till 2.
Well, I was thinking later, like tomorrow sort of thing, but,
Then in that case, we have early morning or afternoon.
oh, like wee hours. Gonna throw a little festivity, gonna put up a sign and stuff. You got, like, materials for that?
No.
Alright, well, I know. I'll talk to Tilly. She's got the artsy in her.
Yes. So you would like, if I understand, after the funeral?
Yeah, something like that.
And then those times I have 4 till 6, or, well, the funeral will take probably an hour, so 5:30 till 7:30.
Yeah, sure, man. That might work out.
He's just like, has a piece of paper in front of his face, and he's like, I'll write you in.
I'm just like slowly getting dressed as well.
And we do not have a tailoring service. If you would like clothes tailored, see Greg at Greg's Garments.
I need, like, a bath and maybe a trim. Do you guys shave?
I can send somebody to your room. And the bath is on each floor.
Do I get a choice or anything? Some of the Southern Islands, like, give you, like, a harem to pick from.
We only have one barber at the inn. I have to call him in special.
Alright.
Good evening, sir. I'll have your things sent to your room.
Yeah, and I like just throw my whole adventure bag down and walk away.
Good evening.
Does my room have the bath in it?
No, it's like, let's see.
Public bath?
Yeah,
Ooh.
ignore everyone that's there. Okay, it would be on the first floor here, so like the baths are here.
You are not on the first floor.
Oh, sorry, second
Wherever
floor.
you're pinging.
Sorry, the first floor of rooms.
Okay, yeah, there's like tubs there. Okay, I
Yeah.
go right there.
Okay. So yeah, you can bathe up. When you get back to your room, there will be your shit there.
2.
Okay, Sky. You've been crying with Mom for a while. I assume you dry up after a little while.
Yeah, I do that, but I'm feeling a lot better now after talking to Mum, and I go, Mum, I was wondering, how do you go about petitioning the king for something?
Oh, I've never really had to do it. Well, I suppose you would get a petition, possibly going in, talking to one of the ministers or one of their aides to get a petition started, or maybe, you could just do it if it's easy enough. What did you have in mind? That's the wrong place.
Well, I see what the celebration going on outside, and I just think it's a brilliant idea.
Yes,
I
it's
think
lovely.
this should be an
of him.
annual thing.
You want to celebrate Maid San's death annually?
No, have a National Maidson Day. Celebrate celebrate somebody who was a real treasure to the community.
Yes,
I
she
think-
was. She always came by and helped out with the kids, even the difficult ones. I don't think that's a bad idea, yeah. Well, for
Do you
that,
think
I
that
would...
would work?
Yes, I would say you would have to at least talk to either the Minister of Human Affairs or Finances, depending on what you wanted to do with it.
Well, maybe if I get enough signatures or whatever from the community, maybe the king would be obliged or have some interest in looking at it. You know?
For sure, darling. I think that's a wonderful idea.
Okay, so I would have to go talk to. Sorry again, Lauren. Who was that?
Either the Minister of Finance, Violet, or the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Gertrude?
Gertrude.
One second, I forget her name.
Gertrude's the owl.
It is.
Yeah.
That's the Minister of Foreign
Gio-
Affairs.
Giovanna is Foreign Affairs, and Lawrence is Finance.
Oh, Minister of Finance, Lawrence, and then Foreign Affairs is.
Oh, fuck, I fucked it up again. Okay, Foreign Affairs is Giovanna, and Minister of
Gio.
Finance is Violet. Lawrence is Justice. I knew I wrote it
Okay.
down somewhere.
Alrighty, so I would have to go see Giovanna and Lawrence then,
Giovanna or Violet.
or Violet. Oh, okay,
Finance is Violet.
okay. All right, awesome. All right, Mom. I'll probably go see them. Thanks. And I give her a kiss on the cheek, and I say, "I'll see you later." And I
Yes, will you be sitting with us at the funeral, darling, or do you have other arrangements?
could sit with you guys.
Good, maybe you can hold a leash. The young ones are getting quite
God,
wild
Timmy
lately.
acting out again.
Oh, it's not really Timmy. They've actually gotten a couple more of them in here now.
Oh, we got some new ones?
Oh, of course. Didn't you see them running in when you come in? They're all
I-
playing in the courtyard. I know, it's a typhoon.
Yeah. I guess I just lost track of all of them. But Yeah, I'll see when I get there. Like, I might go talk to the princess, if anything.
Okay, darling. Well, let me know, or I'll see you there. Ta-ta, and
Yeah,
don't
I'll see you
worry
there.
about your things. Come by any time. Mom is always here.
Thanks, Mom. Love ya. And I
Love you,
go out
darling.
the
Goodbye.
door.
And the kids are
Yeah,
like, Sky's back.
yeah, my turn.
Okay. We can go to Mal's.
All right. Well, I'd make conversation with Beth for a bit. I don't know if you want to RP that. If you do, sure. If not, after that, I would probably make my way to Miss Choice.
Cool. Yeah, I don't overly want to RP it.
Okay, no worries then. Yeah.
There'd just be Beth being
basically-
like, my story is. Then I gotta make up a story.
I would ask one question, but maybe I'll tell you what the question is. And maybe another time I'll ask. It's just like, okay, if Matilda's mace is is blacksmith, like, is this just Beth's job? Does she have relations of some kind to Matilda? Like, what's the deal?
Oh,
How do you
no,
work your
this is
job?
just Beth's job.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm off to Miss Choice.
Okay, have fun. Bye.
Okay. I would obviously say goodbye. I assume by the time, like, I'd have waited until my weapon was done for this.
Yeah, you can get it back.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, at Miss Choi's, I would, like, walk in and be like, Miss Choi? Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello, Miss Choi. I see Sylphie, slipped away. I assume she came home. But
Yes,
otherwise,
she came by and told me the most horrible news, darling.
fucking Matt. And what would that be?
She says you don't find her attractive enough to marry. What is this about? What is wrong with
Miss
my
Choi,
Sylvie?
that is not the case. She's an attractive young woman.
We've
That
used
being
all kinds of
said,
creams on her since she was a baby.
you- been-
Skin so
what?
soft,
Okay,
so
Miss
milky
Choi,
white.
it's
Her
I
father's not
mentioned,
even
like, I
that
would need to
color.
get- I would what? Okay. Maybe a matter for another time. But I actually came here to ask if you have something, or I could request something from you.
Oh, you want something from me now, even though the last thing I asked from you, you can't even oblige.
Well, Miss Choi, I didn't tell your daughter no. I simply said maybe we should take time to get to know each other as friends first.
Okay, darling. We shall see. As long as she stays around, I guess that's fine. I can't expect young people to fall in love immediately. Although there is
Thank you,
some
Miss
spells
Choi.
for that.
Oh, excuse me?
What are you looking for, darling?
Well, you see, Miss Choi, I'm hoping you have something that would help ward off certain kinds of magic.
What kinds of magic, darling? There are resistance to cold magic, resistance to fire magic, resistance to... I
I
don't
was
know.
thinking more magic that alters the mind. We seem to have encountered on our quests a very powerful mind magician. I believe you actually helped us with that earlier. Mind magician, I don't fucking...
Yes, you had very powerful spell put on you. You want to not be affected by these spells anymore.
If there's something that could help, because I will admit, when it comes to magic, I just do not have my wits. Anything that could help would be greatly appreciated.
I don't think I have anything in store right now. But if you want to sign a contract, I can see what I can find.
Out of character, if I sign this contract, she's gonna literally pull something out of her pocket. Yeah, take this. Like,
No. She will
Okay,
take
good.
time, but yeah.
yeah. What kind of contract?
Oh, it's just a simple contract, darling. Nothing to fear. You just sign here on the dotted line. And she, like, does the thing like in Little Mermaid where Ursula the Sea Witch like produces a scroll and there's a pen right there and they're like, sign the line.
Could I read it, Miss Joy?
Is it a blank document?
One thing I learned from having many dealings in the arena is never place your name on something you've never read.
Oh, what languages do you speak, darling?
Obviously Elvish, in a Valerian dialect, common,
Oh, unfortunately, you can't read this contract. But don't worry, it's just little things like Miss Troy will produce the item that you requested or something similar within reason. And, you just owe Miss Troy a small favor to be cashed in when I wish. Or something along those lines.
Can I roll insight on this? Can I roll insight on this?
You come this on the day of my daughter's wedding? Say no to my daughter?
Alright.
Yeah, you can insight her if you'd like.
Alright, I'm gonna roll insight. Give me a moment. I gotta get my thing up.
What's wrong, darling? I don't see how hard it is. Just a name will do. You are super sus of that contract.
You know what, Miss Troy? I am so very tired, and I think I'll return in the morning to peruse the contract, and we can discuss the item more then, maybe.
Oh, okay. I see, darling. And it disappears, and she's like, "Come back then. Don't forget to keep Sylphie company."
I will get to know your daughter.
Yes, not too tired, I hope.
Excuse me?
Not too tired to get to know her, darling.
Okay.
In a more
Get to know her
intimate
really well.
fashion. Yeah.
You have a good night, Miss Troy, and I would awkwardly walk out.
I like that's how you usually walk out of Miss Choice.
It's pretty standard, and I'll make my way towards the tavern.
Okay. Chris, you're the only one not in the tavern. Oh, and Sky, but I assume do you two just want to get there, or do you want to do
BRB.
something?
I'll go to the tavern, sure.
What did you say, Matt?
I'd go there too, as long as I finish my bath and get a haircut.
That happens. He had an hour to wait for his weapon, so unless you're taking an hour-long bath.
Wow, close to that.
Don't diss the hour-long baths, dude.
Well, I'm saying he would take an hour-long bath. But yeah, I'd just clean up, get dressed, go to the tavern. Even though I said meet at the inn.
Oh, oops, I got that wrong then.
It's okay, it doesn't matter.
That's great.
Aren't they right next to each other?
Yeah, but it's still a closed door. I don't know.
It's just a whole building over.
Yeah, it's funny.
I guess we just assumed Chris would be at the tavern.
It's okay, it was my next step, and you're all just here, so it's an awkward walk-in. I'm like, oh. Hey guys, what's up? It's like an intervention, but there's no sign. I'm like, oh, okay, alright.
Yeah, they're all sitting at the table. When you do come in, you do see Tilly and Tyler around Tammy kind of thing, just talking a little bit. Tyler's about to leave.
Whoa, how'd you get over here? You're so fast.
What? I walked.
Oh man, you just ran a bath for me, didn't you?
I did not. I didn't know you were still partaking in our inn. Lovely to hear it, Chris.
Whoa. What? Do you have a twin?
No, I believe Tim should be covering the front desk right now.
Oh. Dude, I never even looked at him.
That is concerning. Have you paid for my rug yet?
Oh, you.
Oh, you. Rug?
Working on it.
Yes, you said that last time. How often are you, or how much are you going to work on it before it's fixed?
Well, I mean, when it's done, it's done.
Yes, and currently I just have a room with a burnt rug.
I mean, I'll stay there.
Is
Give me a
Tammy
discount.
nearby at all?
Yeah, you'd be close enough.
And then at this point, then she's gonna cross her arms and look at Chris and come on, show some responsibility. You could pay me for a cloak, right? I mean, I'm grateful, but
Oh man, this rug. I made a mistake and said it was worth 10,000 gold.
So I just can't pay him back?
Yeah. It was Valerian silk rug, okay?
No, it wasn't. If it burnt, it wasn't.
That doesn't make it fucking fireproof. We've had this conversation.
We just have resistant.
What
It
is
is
that
fire
goddamn
resistant.
carpet?
Ah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we just start screaming at each other.
It can't be worth that much. It burnt. You can't burn Valerian silk.
We have a Valinor elf right here. Okay. Malzahar, is your Valerian silk somehow fireproof and my Valerian rug just got caught on fire?
Resistant.
Well, it's not fireproof. It's resistant to fire, but more or less heat, because it keeps us decently cool in the deserts
You
and
low
still
friction.
warm in the nights.
So by your
But-
logic, casting fire in the room would still catch the rug on fire?
It would have to be a very extreme heat to catch Valerian silk on fire, but
Chris?
I mean, it's possible.
The only one who knows how hot he got was the one standing in the room.
Oh boy, I'm hot too. Uh-oh.
And as I think we can all agree that my silk rugs are Valerian silk, worth 10,000 gold pieces. I had them imported at great cost. And now you are refusing to fix them? All you said you had to do was go to Miss Choi.
Hold on. All in favor of me being too hot to handle.
Chris, you should really pay him back for that rug.
Tilly puts up her hand.
Tilly puts up her hand.
Okay, but I'm gonna come to Chris's aid here. Do you have anything to verify the authenticity of the rug, though? I mean,
No, man, the whole thing burned up like it was made out of paper.
is there any of it remaining that maybe I could examine?
Well,
Are you saying that Billy and Tyler are cheap?
I'm saying
That was
whoever
hard.
imports
No, but maybe
the
they had
silks
the
in this
wool
town.
or silk pulled over their eyes.
Well, we can look at the rugs in the other rooms. They are undamaged, and I had them imported at the same time. And then, of course, there are the remains of the burnt rug there. I had it pulled off to the side, but hadn't moved it out yet. I guess we could go take a look if everybody wants.
But do you want to do it now, or I mean,
While we're all here.
He's real upset about this, Carpet.
Of course I am.
okay, I will go have a look at your other room's rugs then.
He also motions for Chris to go back too. He's like, "You're coming with us."
Oh, come on, man. How much money did I make you the other night?
Not 10,000 gold pieces worth, sir.
But I bet you it was close.
It was a good concert. However, we had to bring in alcohol, and I owe Tilly for it.
Dude, that's none of my problem. I came over here to solve that problem. Aren't you guys like a joint venture? Who does this stuff?
We are our own business owners, and we are came in close in order to support one another.
Oh, so you guys don't have like an actual manager.
We are each the own managers of our own businesses. I run the inn, she runs the tavern.
Well, if we really need to talk business, you shouldn't leave such expensive things laying around.
It's a rug!
Oh my god!
All
And
this
with
happens
that,
when
let's
he's
go
back.
have a look.
Yeah. I assume this just happened on the walk over to
Okay.
the inn. Anybody else want to go?
This will be quick. If I can tell it's real, I'll say it's real.
Sophie would follow.
Ooh, Sophie would be good to know. Okay.
I guess I'm just having drinks with Tammy and Senshi.
Yep. Sanchi's like, what is this tingling sensation?
That's the alcohol hitting.
Alcoholism.
Oh. I need to meditate on this.
No, you need more. And I you tip his glass so I
Oh no!
Like,
Oh
make him
no!
drink the rest of his drink.
I got cut off from alcohol tonight.
You did.
You got cut off from alcohol tonight? How much did you have?
Let's just say my aunt is very protective of me. And the answer is too much.
Okay, that's fair.
Remember how you found me in Harperton? How I got to Heart there? Yeah, I don't remember it either. That's why.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that's sensible. Do you want to walk to the
Goes back
funeral
to
together?
drinking milk. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just wondering if you wanted to walk back to the funeral together. Or walk
Yeah.
over to the...
Sure.
Alrighty, cool.
So Tyler will bring you guys up to the 3rd floor, and he'll be like, "Do you want to look at the burnt one first, or the other rooms?"
Sylphie would want to see the not burnt one.
Well, this
Oh,
door right
fuck,
here.
I
All
need
the
it.
other rooms have
Yeah.
silk in them. We can check any of them.
Alright.
This one's vacant right now.
All right, perfect.
I'd also like to state for the record, I did not sign any contract or agree to actually being in this room, or any of the damages henceforth caused by any participants in the building.
Fuck you. And I don't know if they're gonna be real, but this will be funny. So
All right. Well,
Roll
I
for
would
it?
ask like. Well, I'd start examining the damn rug, I guess.
I don't know why I rolled that. I don't know what it means.
That's good for me.
I would like look at the rug and go, I see.
Would Sylphie know
And-
if it's legitimate?
Yeah, I just don't know if it is legitimate because now I'm sus too.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the deal. Someone roll a d10. If it's 9 or 10, it's if it's okay. Actually, all right.
It would be the
here's a-
reverse. If it's 1
idea.
or 2, it's fake. Okay, I'm gonna see.
Actually, I was thinking if you roll a d10, 10, it was a magic carpet that lost its magic.
Okay, I
uh,
got my roll.
9, 8, it was real, and yeah.
So I'll give you both advantage on investigation checks on it. Because you would both be sort of experts in your respective fields. Sylphie on imports, Mal's on Valerian silk.
Only thing I
Fred
trust
kept
is my
smoothing up.
loincloth.
He's like holding his loincloth up to it. Looks about the same to me.
That's what I did.
I do say
Ooh.
this is it
Fake?
fake or is it not fake?
This is fake.
This is not real Valerian silk.
Boom! I flick one
I'm
gold
quite
piece
certain
out
you
of.
can see the pattern. You can see the pattern here is not. This isn't consistent with silk.
God, Sylphie, do you agree?
Sylphie does agree.
I just to have. You know how much money I spent. I can't. I suppose I was wrong.
Well, who sold you the rugs?
That's a name and scenario I'll have to build. It was
Cyclists.
Joseph from the docks. He was coming in from Valinor apparently, and he had some fresh thing of silk, and I thought it was a really good deal. We met. I didn't know he duped me like that.
Tyler, they are fantastic rugs, just not quite Valerian silk. How about this? As we still somewhat owe you a rug, we'll still have Chris pay for some of the damages, of course, but we'll also look into this matter for you. When is convenient to us, of course.
I would be very. I don't even know how much to say it was worth now.
Well, I believe Chris is a little light of coin, but considering that this is a quality carpet or rug, unfortunately, like maybe 500 gold to 1,000 tops. I'm
Well-
still fucking Chris over with this.
Yeah, due to the trouble that was caused and the other damages dealt, I think 500 gold would be reasonable.
Sold, and I throw a sack of 500 gold coins at him.
Just doesn't give a fuck.
And he's just like, okay, Yes, I would very much enjoy if you could look into the matter. I will form a description of what I remember of him and the dealings, and hopefully that will help. I was on his ship one time as well, so maybe that will help you. Come back in a couple days, and I should have the information ready.
Also, you need to apologize.
Well,
He
Chris,
does a very fancy bow. Very nice, very cat-like, though, and he's like, I apologize, Chris. I was not aware that I was duped. However, I was harsh on you.
Yeah, man, not chill.
Is there anything I could do to regain your trust?
Yeah, buddy, upgrade me.
I'll see what I can do. Let's go talk to Tim. Fuck you.
That's fucking glorious.
This is
Oh,
fucking
no.
stupid.
I was gonna
I
have
gotta
him.
go sleep with kids.
I was gonna let him, like, you touch his tail or some shit. No.
No, man, I'm getting back into the king suite.
You were, like, sharing a room with other people. It was like one of these
No.
ones. Okay. So yeah, I'll say everybody gets back to the tavern. Do we want to just skip ahead to the funeral? Or do people have things they want to talk about?
I'm probably good to skip for now.
I'm good to
I'm
skip.
good to just head to the funeral, or I
What's
don't know.
wrong
Would
with
we
me,
be
kid?
cutting it here then? So since she could be at the funeral, or
He can just
What do we do?
watch.
Is
I'm
there-
excited to get it done.
Is there enough time
This
left
is
for
fair.
the funeral?
Yeah, we have an hour.
Yeah, I'm not going to take an hour. It's mostly just going to be like, since you guys didn't go and talk to the king, you're not going to be essentially invited to stand at the funeral. Yeah, like he was going to ask you if you guys wanted to speak at the funeral and stuff like that, but nobody decided to go talk to him. So now you're just going to show up with the rest of the crowd and witness what I have planned.
We can't just walk up to
Yay.
the stage.
Or he says, would anyone like to say something? And then the entire fucking city say something?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not going to do that.
We all queue up in front of a microphone.
Yeah.
This takes 3 days.
I would like to talk to Tilly shortly. I want her to make up a sign for, what is it? Harveraid. And I'm gonna throw an after-funeral party for Harverton. And I'll even buy the first round of shots or something.
Okay.
Whoa.
So yeah, so I guess you would have a meeting with Tilly and Tyler. Tilly would agree to do this, maybe pay her like 10 gold to get the supplies or something like that. It'd probably be less than that, probably like 5. And you want to have it at the inn?
No, it's on the stage.
Okay, at the
Yeah, I want Tilly to make a big sign because she has fancy handwriting, which has been stated before, and throw a Harveraid concert.
He's retarded.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Okay, she agrees to that, and yeah, you'll buy the first round of drinks, which I'm sure will be covered by the money that you'll make. Yeah, I can do that. Anybody else want to do anything before we jump?
I guess maybe go talk to the king. No,
Yeah.
Too late.
it's fine.
Okay.
When's our debriefing?
Yeah. Well, now it's set for tomorrow
In
morning.
the morning.
Ah.
Yeah.
out of character, I was wondering about swapping out one of the cantrips I had, but that's on my time.
Yeah, and like once you guys get a long rest, it'll be
Yeah.
good then.
Technically, I'm not supposed to swap out cantrips, but I have not used any of them yet, so
Oh, right. It's supposed to be on when you level.
yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about it.
Okay.
So, let me change some things. 5-minute break?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Good break.
Sarah's here. She's just muted.
Sky's
Yep.
here.
Perfect. Okay.
I got popcorn.
Ooh, perfect. Okay.
I want it.
So yeah, it's deep into the night. Everybody starts to slowly make their way to the castle grounds. The sky is still lit with many colorful floating objects. As you all appear there at the previously empty podium at the front of the stage, now stands the king and the princess and a girl none of you have met before. Both the princess and the girl seem to be weeping openly. As the what is this place called? As the open area fills with people, people taking seats where they want or whatever, just filling in the gap. Slowly it quiets down and Gregory goes, "We celebrate today Maid-san. Princess Tora would like to say a few words." As she approaches the podium, her eyes are lowered, and you can all see the shuddering breath she takes to calm herself. And when Princess Tora looks up, above the mass of people gathered below, into the starlit sky beyond, Maid-san was more than any words I could use to describe her, and what she meant to me. She was my friend, and when I thought I'd lost everything, she was my mother, and when I needed a comforting hand or womanly advice, she was my protector, my hero, and my home. A loud, shuddering sob escapes her. She was many things to me, and I know she was many things to all of you. She told me of tales of the people of Arendelle, a tabaxi kitten that fell out of a tree, orphan girls who always seemed to get into trouble, but still see the world for its music and dance. She told me of so many wonderful, beautiful encounters of the amazing people she cared for in Arendelle. I'm so ashamed that I was never brave enough to go out and let her introduce you all. She squares her shoulders. So I would like to rectify that. I would like to be a better person to Maid-san, and a better person that she believed I could be. I will no longer hide away in the castle for fear of the unknown. I want to get to know you all of you who Maid-san loves so much. And she steps back from the podium, wiping her face dry. Her father steps up, holding her into his brace. She squeezes and steps back, allowing the king to say a few words. Maid-san was family, in every aspect of the word. We all loved her very, very much. She was the purest soul, loyal, kind to a fault. She's been with us for so long now. Smiles in memory. He smiles in memory. I still remember the day we found her in a destroyed village on one of our adventures. She never let the atrocities of the world shake her belief in the goodness that could be found throughout it. She had such a strong moral compass that she could start preaching at adults who would start acting lazy. She told me that she wanted to help people. This small child who owed nothing to the world decided to give everything to ensure that it could be a better place to anyone she encountered. You all hear Princess Tora hiccup a sob behind him. She helped me so much after we lost our queen and mother. I could never repay the love she gave to us in our time of need, and I believe she did this for so many of you. He gestures to the crowd, and then you can see heads and cheers kind of like yes throughout. I think we would all agree that in the time we knew her, Maid-san succeeded in her task. She helped people. She made Arendelle into a brighter place, a place full of people who love and respect one another. So as we send off Maid-san and bring in the new day, I will make this day known as Hydrangea Day, a day to honor the love and the good cheer that Maid-san brought to our lives. And remember to always love and cherish those around you, for they often leave us too soon. And sobbing sounds can be heard from the gathered crowd. Guards are wiping their eyes. And as he finishes, King Valimir spreads his hand to the sky, and just as the sun touches the corridor, or sorry, not the corridor, whatever this place is. Courtyard, thank you. Out from his fingertips spreads beautiful golden flowers. Throughout all of the blackness, it is replaced by hydrangeas of multiple colors of white, orange, and yellow spreading throughout the city. And if I can play the music... He said, "Let us celebrate Maidson for what she was to all of us. A kind, beautiful soul. One worthy of our remembrance and our love. Go, people of Arendelle. Enjoy and rejoice." And that's all I had.
I start clapping.
Aww.
You can see him like look over at the other girl, and she's still like really crying, and she shakes her head no, and he's like, "Yes, go, be merry." And then they like fade back into the castle.
Party at Tilly's!
Tammy's, is that a tree in the center there?
Yeah, it's a big tree, and it's all covered in the hydrangeas as well.
Okay. Yeah, Tammy is totally up the tree, bawling her eyes out, and she's gonna use that druid craft to make a little black hydrangea that she's just weeping over.
Aw. She mentioned you. Or the princess did.
I know, and that made it worse.
Lauren, can I cast Prestidigitation? And I want to have like these little lights like circling around the, like weaving around the flowers and the tree and stuff like that. Just like these little balls of light.
Sure. Yeah, little balls of light, and there's many in the sky as well, and so few of them would start swirling around the tree, following yours, kind of thing. Lights are dancing. People start like, chat openly. It's a much more jovial time than it was earlier. People started being like, "How did you know Maid-san?" Blah 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 blah.
Party!
So yeah, they can be here for a little while. Some would start to fade back into the city.
Did the princess leave?
They went back into the...
Oh, okay. All right.
I guess she said she would stand out more, but whatever.
Could we recognize the girl beside Princess?
No, none of you have seen her before.
Okay. What about any likeness to anyone? Like, does she look like someone I think I might have met?
Make a perception check. You're pretty far.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Oh,
Card
sorry.
captors? I'm not sure. I am not very perceptive at the moment.
No, you're like, I can definitely tell that that's a girl in pink, it looks like.
Weird.
Alright.
Yeah, that's my little drawing. But yeah, if you guys want to go back to Tilly's and have a party.
I would do that iconic fucking 90s movie walk away where it's like, I realize Chris is an idiot, but maybe this is in his own way of how he's expressing his sorrow as he wants to just party away. So I'm like, fine with it. And I'll slap him on the shoulder and walk with him to the bar. And the camera pans behind us as we walk into the distance. Wow.
Nice.
I like my music, so I'm just sitting here dancing too.
It is very nice music.
Thank you. Yeah, so you get there. Tilly, just before the end of the thing, has finished setting up, a bunch of signs. There's not balloons because but there's a big sign saying like Harveraid. The stage is all set up for Chris to party. Drinks have been poured. People are already there drinking. Do you want to do anything?
If we're all sitting with the, if we're all sitting together at the party, is that an option? Can we all be sitting at one point?
I'd probably
Yeah,
grab a
my
seat.
one thing is that unless Chris is up there performing the entire time, but you guys can get there a little bit before, and before he goes up, he's sitting there taking a
I
drink.
just wanted to get an avenue with like everybody.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
like,
you're in the pre going on stage room that you guys were in before, all of you.
Yeah.
Even though Chris is
Alrighty,
like,
well,
I'm the only one doing it.
No, anybody can join.
I'll get up and join you.
Sweet.
But did you guys want to talk about the or not the funeral? Is that what you were saying? Sorry.
Well, since I have all of you here, I think this day has made me think of how close we all were to Maid-san and how she reached out to everybody, and that's a rare quality that you have in a person. And I don't think there's anybody that has had any negative things to say about Maid-san. And I guess that has taught me that like keep those people who are close to you close. And I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm glad that we've joined this little party of ours, that we've all succeeded in this contest for the hand of the princess, and I just wanted to say I love you guys.
Whoa.
So I'm happy that I have this family.
Oh my
Just
god.
giggles from that.
Sylvie will take note that she has said that she loves Malthazar.
Yes.
No.
Glasses up, everybody. Let's do
Sylvia,
this.
Sylvia, I don't know you very well, but I'm looking forward to getting to know you.
I'm
Maid-san
looking
was
forward to
pretty
get to know you
awesome.
as well.
Maid-san was
So she
pretty
may
awesome,
kill
wasn't she?
Yeah. To Maid-san. And I hold up my drink.
I'll cheers to that. To Maid-san.
To a maid
Maid-san.
son.
To
She
Maid-san.
holds
Maid-
up her milk.
Does Sylvie know who that is?
Ah, yeah, you would have met maid son.
Okay. Then she lifts it. Using Mage Hand, she lifts it up.
Oh, that's awesome. Tink.
You such. Oh, this is so anime. You friggin'. Ugh.
Shut up.
Awesome.
Okay, Lexi, you want to perform?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
I don't know what music you wanted.
No, it doesn't really matter. I don't actually have anything planned.
Oh, I thought you were doing your thing tonight.
No, what thing? Oh, like you can pick whatever you want. But
We
yeah,
can go out and play something. Just fuck it. It's a concert.
yeah, I go up and I'll be like, thanks for coming, everybody. This is one of those nights. Maybe we can think of Maid-san, and some of you might be wondering why the sign says Harveraid or Harveraid, because we had some troubles on the farm, and we're gonna have to all chip in together and stuff like that. Yeah. So let's
Yeah.
party and raise some money for Harveraid.
For maid son, for Harvard home. Ah.
I'll put some money into that, and I'll put in 50 gold.
Sweet. There's a cauldron in front of
Oh my
Chris's
God.
stage.
Right in front of him, so he can see it. So he
Yeah,
can
he
sing
can
to
see
it.
it, Phil.
It reflects onto me, sparkling me with gold.
You're right. I don't have any money, but yeah, we'll have to go. I'll have to go back to Harborton. I can definitely help with that.
Make more weeds.
Make more weeds. So as the party progresses through the night and you guys are getting drunker and drunker and stuff like that, in will
Except
walk.
for me.
Yeah, except for Tammy. In will walk the princess and the girl who was at the funeral.
Ooh, I like his song.
Does the music go quiet? Like,
It doesn't stop, but yeah, it goes a little bit quieter, and I say, "Everybody in the house, the princess!"
Oh, also, Chris, roll a d100.
Is it like packed in here?
It's fairly packed.
oh my god.
So they have to like wedge themselves in.
Traumatized.
Yeah. So she'll wave her hand, being like, "Hello, everybody. It's very nice to meet you. Hi."
I'd
Social
love
anxiety.
I'd love to use minor illusion or the prestidigitation cantrip to like put like a light on her, like a spotlight.
Oh my god.
when she
That's-
walks
yeah.
in.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So she's a little uncomfortable. She's like, "This is my first foray into the town of. Oh, I'm exposed."
Come on up here.
I know. I would like grab Sky and start to move towards the princess to be like, ah, shit. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like just me and
I,
Sky would like
I'm gonna
kind of
cast.
block the light.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast invisibility on the princess, and I can only do it on the princess. Fuck.
Is it not touch? And everybody's looking at her. Okay, whatever.
Well, like still, but she's gonna turn invisible and then be like, no,
The
nothing to
Emperor's
see
new
here."
clothes. I get it.
Okay. So
I
she's
can't
like,
cast it at
"Ah!"
a higher level, but I turn her invisible, and then I hold my I just hold my arms out and like, nope, nothing to see here, everybody.
She's like,
Go
"Sky,
back to drinking.
Sky, I thank you, but I did come here to meet everybody. This is a little counterproductive."
Sorry, I just figured I'd save you at least some level of not having spotlight put on you.
That I do appreciate that. Let's go to the table and then you can just
I'll take you.
yeah.
The spotlight's searching around like Sauron's eye.
It's found the other girl and
God.
she's just like staring up into it, like ah! Making poses.
Okay. Well, assuming Sky is dragging the princess, I would like offer my hand
Yep.
to the other girl to like bring her along.
She comes quietly. So for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did she take the hand or not?
Oh, yeah, she'll take the hand, and from your brooch you hear, excuse me?
I'm just leading her with.
How many women do we want to touch today? One wasn't enough?
Sophie notices this.
Who was the one?
Oh no.
If I have to count, at least 23, okay? Don't need that sass. I have nothing better to do with my time. You've brushed a lot of women in the passing through the city.
In the
Oh my
bar and
God.
stuff like that.
Yeah. They're just bumping
God.
into you. Miss Choi fell on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would checks out.
You shook hands
Okay.
with Sophie, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
God. I do. I've been doing it.
You've been doing it! It's not out of nowhere.
Oh my God.
So she'd come with you and be like, hello!
Hello.
And if Sky de-invisibles the princess when you guys sit down, she'll introduce her. Everybody, I would like to introduce you to Ami-san. She's like, Ami-san, chee! She is Maid-san's daughter. Yeah, Oka-san is my man-san.
You're getting a spit tape from Tammy. What?
I also spit over my shoulder.
Spit's just flying everywhere.
I did the same. Yeah, no, literally the same.
What?
Hi, I'm Ami-san.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Ami-san.
to meet you.
As soon as Sophie saw the princess, she does like extremely formal, like as if they were in the throne room.
Oh, she's like, yeah, like fixing herself and like sitting straighter, and she's already
she
straight.
does like a super bow until she's given permission to even lift her head.
Oh, she would definitely be like, oh, yes, no, there's no thank you. You can raise your head, thank you. I wish to be part of the masses today to celebrate Maid-san. Yeah.
Here. Let's get a round of drinks.
Tammy's just gotta clean her face off because that was horrible.
Yeah. Ami-san would be like, I'll take milk. I'm not old enough to drink.
Oh, yeah, we can get you milk.
Is that supposed to be a
Princess,
flag for
what would
me?
you-
Because I'm not biting.
Malzahar?
Druid princess?
What? I would call over a waiter. to,
Druid princess, yeah. Ginny
Yeah,
runs
milk, I
up
guess.
and she's like, ha, what can I get you?
You said milk? Ami-san?
Yes, milk! Keeps the bones
Okay.
strong! For fighting
well-
monsters!
I do a double take of Ami-san real quick, and I'm like, yeah, milk,
And she's just
For
like looking
her.
off,
beer
smiling.
for me. And then I kind of start trailing my finger like around the table, waiting for like, say what you want.
He like looks up at Chris, who I assume is just listening and Swell's playing.
Oh no, I'm like giving it.
Can I
Since
get a
you was-
purple dragon spit, please?
Purple dragon spit, we got a beer, we got a milk. Tammy, that's another milk for you by Tilly's orders.
Yeah.
Sylvie, do you want anything?
Sylphie sees Tammy drinking the milk. Is there honey in her? Did she put honey in it again?
Yes.
She'll ask
Yep.
for that too.
All right, weird table, another glass of milk, and I'll just get one for your friend on the bar per Tilly's orders again. Cool. This may take a little bit because it takes me a while to get to the bar. So many
Oh.
lanes to get through.
Did the princess want anything?
Yeah, dude.
I've never had. Do we have just a nice white wine? I will take a white wine. Ginny's like, okay, one white wine.
She's already a lush. Okay, that was quick.
And how much will that be? We'll say a gold per, just to keep it easy. Or do you guys have silvers and stuff?
I do not at the moment.
I do.
Well, I have
I
a
think.
cauldron of gold.
I would probably pay for the first round here.
Okay, purple dragon spit is 1 silver piece, so we'll say everything was a silver piece, just to make it easy.
Okay, so what, like a gold?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
if you hand her a gold, she'll be like, all right, that's the next
Yeah.
3 rounds. Sure.
Yeah.
What do you
I
want
just
changed?
give her- Oh wait, is it 100 silver or 10 silver? It's 10 silver to a gold, isn't it?
I think it's 10.
I have
Yeah.
100 written down, but I might be wrong.
I have silver to gold. 1 to 5?
What?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. 10. 10 silver pieces is a gold. 100
Okay.
copper pieces is a gold.
Okay, because it's 10 coppers per silver, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, no, I'd still pay with the same amount. I thought it would barely be enough to leave a tip. I didn't realize you'd pay for 3 more rounds.
I guess that would be a tip, yeah, because if it's 10, then it's 3 silver pieces of a tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be
Yeah.
any more rounds. That works. That makes it easy.
Tammy tucks in a silver too to pay for her own drink.
Well, I paid for the table.
For the tip. Because he's busy tonight. And she's just kind of out of it, like wholly reevaluating her life right now.
Ginny is like sweating as she's making her way back to the bar. Should have hired more people. Didn't know it'd be this busy tonight. Thought everyone would go home and sleep.
It's because everybody underestimates the peacock.
Is that your slogan?
Oh, no.
Please tell me it is.
It might be now.
Because everybody underestimates the peacock.
Oh god, mine went to the gutter.
You have to use that. It's that. That's it.
the c-c-c or the everything.
Is he legit saying this out loud? Just like, don't underestimate the peacock?
Don't underestimate the peacock. He's got to change his headset. So.
It's
Oh
a
my
good one.
God.
I'll have to remember it so I can say it more often.
Yes, I will if you don't.
Like, is anyone saying this out loud?
Well, I'm up on
I think he
stage, so
did.
I can't.
Did you sing it though, baby? Like just mid-song, extra fucking riff? Fucking everybody underestimates the peacock. I don't know.
Yes, that's the song.
Everybody underestimates the peacock.
Eh? What's
That's one of the hit
about
songs.
What's
I've
about
got-
a pea-sized cock?
I've got a big cock. That's just the song.
Yeah, it's like Big Balls from AC/DC, but it's just called Big Cock.
Oh my god.
Or maybe just Peacock. That's where I got the name from.
Would you guys like to ask any questions of Ami-san or the princess?
I'd like
So,
chat, but I don't
Ami-san,
have
how come
anything
I've
to
never
eat.
seen you around before?
Ami-san has been attending the prestigious Sika High School and has returned due to the sudden death of her mother.
Did you?
Well, what is it that you? Well, what is it you're studying?
Combat maid.
Oh,
It is the same high school that Maid-san attended.
You knew your mother well, or
Yes, she comes and visit me at least twice a month.
this must be hard for you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. This is what happens when heroes need to go off an adventure now.
What exactly is a combat maid?
Listen, it's an anime combat maid.
I know, but
Magical
I
girl.
want her definition of it. I want her to explain to me, like, oh, well, we're maids who do combat.
Okay. We are trained to fulfill all household requirements, including cooking and arranging the schedule, and on top of that, protecting the master's domain.
Hey.
Often in service of high people like kings.
I can
Oh,
get behind this.
it's lovely to meet you. And she presents a flower.
Oh, thank you. I have decided to help protect Arendelle in my mother's place. And I've volunteered to continue my studies in Harvardton as its new guardian.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. In this way, I will show that I am a true hero.
Oh, when are you heading over?
2 days.
Maybe I can go with you. I've been meaning to. I did say I'd go help them over there.
Oh, that would be wonderful. More people for an adventure.
Yay!
Yay. Will you be my friend?
And that one's for Harverton. Give it up.
Yay, Harverton.
So we will say, yeah,
Harvard.
Just quietly, yeah, Harvardton.
Yeah, donate again.
I need a minute. Yeah, I'll be your friend, but I need a minute.
Okay.
She's just gonna walk outside.
Goodbye.
But if we are good,
I'd like
you
to turn to the princess if I can.
you'd like to talk with the princess?
Yeah, is she busy or?
No, she's sitting at the table with you guys, drinking her wine. Ginny returns with wine and all the other.
I shoot her a smile.
She smiles back. Morosely. It's a little.
I scooch closer to her.
Slide your chair.
She stays sitting where she is.
Yeah. How you holding up?
Well, I've been better. There was a part of me that still really hoped that they would find Maid-san somewhere, and she would come back, and it would be all smile. But
Yeah.
it's life, and yeah,
You have your memories.
and I
And she
know.
was such a person. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I know she said she'd always protect me, and now Ami-san's here, and she's a delight. But
Hmm.
it's just there's a hole.
Yeah. Listen,
feel-
I get what, as I can't relate to your situation exactly, but I know what it's like to have a hole, I guess, where something should be. And if you ever need to talk about it or, need to vent, I'm here for you, okay?
Yeah, it just feels like a lot of me is holes now.
That's a pun and a half. Oh my god.
I meant losing the queen and losing Maidson, okay?
I've been laughing for a solid 30 seconds since
And
you guys started talking about holes and holes that need filling. And I'm all holes.
Listen,
Okay.
Oh no.
holes in your
Well, you
heart, you
just-
gross boys.
Well, you know how I don't know if
You can fill the hole?
I think if you to fill those holes, you fill them with you surround yourself with good people, and I think Senshi and Malzahar and Chris Peacock and Tammy and Sylvie, we're all here for you. So if you ever need anything, just know you're not alone, okay?
Tears go down her eyes, but she looks at all of you and she's like, thank you. I'm really glad that you've all entered my life. It's gonna be a while, but I really hope that I can get over my fears and just live my life like Maidson wanted and go out and have people, like you said, that love me and care about me, and that I can get past these dark times.
Well, if I may, Tora, there was something your dad said at the funeral that I don't necessarily agree with. That I think there is a way that we can repay Maidson, and I think this day that he's made to have a day to remember the wonderful person she was, I think that's a great way to keep her memory alive. I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yes, he thought long and hard on it. And I agree. I think that Maidson was too big of an impact on all of Arendelle to just have this one day and be nothing. And so I think Hydrangea Day will be a beautiful day to remember.
That's a great name for it.
Yes, do you know the meaning behind it?
Well, you mean apart from what we're using it for? Like the...
Well, what hydrangea means in the flower language.
Oh, no. Sorry, I don't.
Oh, I had it written down somewhere, and now I've lost it. Hydrangea's mental beauty and also ingenuity and artificer. It's close to Maidson, and then the beautiful colors, they just speak to me of her.
That was wonderful. That's an incredible idea.
Thank you.
I just put my hand on her hand. I just smile at her and then take my hand off.
Do I see this stuff going down?
Yeah, you're all sitting at the same table.
Alright, I've got, I'm just I tilt my head and squint my eyes. I don't say anything, I'm just fucking, I see you, Sky. Okay? I fucking see you.
Yeah, Senji is not honorable. I
You're
would
literally-
also.
She just lost a friend, okay? Pump the brakes.
What? It was a sympathetic touch. You know, man.
What if we're good? Unless anybody else wants to do anything, I'm just gonna end it. Okay, sorry.
I'll be like, oh, there she is, everybody look! Point out the princess. Come on up stage, princess!
Ah, okay.
Come on!
And she gets on stage slowly and waves.
We would tell her as she walks over, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, it's okay. It's good for everybody to see me, and it's, being thrown into it really tries to get over your fears.
Come on, guys. Let's go up with her.
Doesn't work with sand snakes.
Big round of applause for the princess!
Yeah, the whole tavern erupts and applauds and cheers. Drinks being shouted.
Yo, let's all go up with her. Make her feel comfortable. If she's going up, like, let's go up with her.
Sylvie doesn't move.
I was like, you can climb up.
I would let Ami-san go up with her, yeah.
Ami-san doesn't go up.
I would stay.
Chris, do you do anything when she gets up? Is Sky climbing up too?
Yeah, who's coming with her?
Nobody so far.
Okay.
Like, go up, Sky, if you want to go up.
I like reach down to help her up, even though I'm tiny.
She takes your hand.
I pull her up.
I'm going up.
Cool. Yeah, Sky comes up too.
Like, oh yeah, everybody look. It's the princess.
She waves. She's like, hello, everybody. Happy to finally meet you.
Oh,
I
come
like-
on. You'll
I
get
do
more personal.
like one of those claps on the side.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the sign outside, but we're raising money for Harvard. You got anything you want to contribute or say or anything?
Oh
I figured we'd have the lady of the hour up here.
I didn't bring money with me, unfortunately, but I will be working quite closely with Ami-san here, and she points to Ami-san, who will be the new protector of Harvardton to ensure that nothing like this happens again.
And cheers go up, and Ami-san is like, Ami-san, chee! And like does that weird little like thing that makes her fingers into a heart.
I thought she didn't come up here.
She doesn't, but she points at her, and that's what
Okay.
Ami-san does.
I hate you so much.
Sylvia's just taken aback that she's in such a casual context with royalty.
Yeah, for Sylvia, you would know like the princess hasn't been seen for like 13 years or something within Arendelle since the death of her mother. I think we talked about this.
Yeah, she's just kind of like frozen in a formal pose, just sipping at the drink with Mage Hand.
You want to play the guitar?
And I like start putting my guitar over the princess.
I think I've never played one of these before. I don't know if I'll do a good job. Ting, ting.
Yeah, I can't really like stand behind her and help her, but
You just put your face in her butt.
it happens now, and my arms go up. I help her play the guitar.
Yeah, she wouldn't let you get that close to her. She's like, oh my, no, thank you.
Oh, well.
Chris,
Give me a box to
Come on,
stand
man.
on or something.
Maybe do you have something a bit easier?
Not on
I-
me.
A tambourine,
sorry,
maybe?
what is Chris trying to do? He's trying to lift her onto the stage or whatever?
No, she's on the stage. He's trying to have her play a guitar.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So then he had his face in her butt trying to teach her, but it didn't go well.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like, all right. Well, I should get back to it.
Okay. She climbs off the stage and goes and sits down.
You ready to rock?
Ow!
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah. And then we rock out.
You know what? I might join Chris. I might let the princess go back to the table there, and then I might join Chris on stage if he.
What is this?
This
The
one's
music
for the
changed.
people of Harvardton.
I don't know what you're gonna play though.
I already have it going.
I'm proficient in. Oh, you got a lute?
I don't have my stuff with me.
Yeah, he dropped all the stuff at the end.
Oh, there's no. Ah, fuck. Okay. Never
Where's your
mind.
loot? Or you had a flute?
I don't have one. I got
Okay.
pan flute and a flute, but I don't have. I'm proficient in a lute.
Ah. He just rocks it
I
in
go.
his guitar.
Okay, I guess I go sit down with the princess and.
You could sing.
follow her.
There might be instruments on the stage, but yeah, I didn't bring my whole array. All my stuff's suddenly in.
Just jam out with your flute.
Oh, actually, maybe.
Just jam out with the flute.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. I'll join in on this. Fuck. I'll pull out my flute for this.
Yeah, you get the synth music sound with the flute.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'll do that.
So yeah,
Yeah.
people are
Play it into
bonging
my
it.
microphone.
do 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 do. Sweet. Tam's been out for a while. Do you want to do anything?
Actually, yeah. Just sometime during this whole crazy concert that's going on, Tammy just kind of comes back in, and anyone who's watching her just notices that the black flower she's been having for a while, holding all morning, I guess, is now white, and she seems a little bit lighter.
You had your time.
Yeah. And she's probably gonna be like halfway between sitting back with the group and just going like, anyone else tired? It's time for a new day, but gotta end this one off first.
Have a good night, Tammy.
Good night,
Oh,
everyone.
Totally forgot that I was gonna put up my new token.
What?
Oh, yeah, your new token. Oh, yeah,
Did
we
you forget?
Yeah, I
Wait.
was going to take my shirt off when the princess came up stage and unveil the new drawing I did.
Oh
Yeah,
my
let's
god,
do it.
let me see
Okay.
this.
Oh my god.
Apparently
Please
my
show
pants
it like
come off
on
too.
the screen, like full size.
Yeah. So just before she gets off,
Is it gonna be like knee sliding? Oh no! Oh my!
Chris takes off the shirt.
God. Oh my
Stripping
god.
Cut!
That's
This is
amazing.
Valinor silk boxers.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
My
now
God.
he's playing shirtless.
And no pants.
I assumed they were just
My
hanging
job.
low.
My
Yeah, sure.
jaw is like,
Yeah, that's what Matt's been working on.
It's so funny.
that's hilarious. That's so good.
amazing.
I was almost in
yeah,
tears
buddy.
when I wrote Valinor
You're
Silk
a
on his underwear.
terrible- You are a terrible person.
That's amazing. That's so good. Yeah.
I like to tinker like the cogwheels and the guitar with the music notes. Like you're a
Yeah.
tinkerer,
Yeah.
but like you're also
Oh,
a
it's
rock
over his
star
gum
type thing.
gutters.
Yeah, there's like flowers everywhere, and there's a bubble. Yeah, it's great.
You have some weird. Never mind. It's
He's got some cum gutters.
I.
Cum gutters?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's a cum gutter?
Is that what the fucking
Yeah.
wings
You've
and
never
the
heard
hip are
that?
called? Like the abs?
You've never heard that.
No.
No!
I've
That was
never
on
heard
Big
that.
Mouth. That was on Big Mouth.
Oh
You
wow.
learn something new every day. Sometimes you wish you didn't.
And with that,
I hadn't heard until. Okay, never mind.
That's the
That's
episode
New
very
title.
word! I love it! Oh my god. Adam, I'm literally using that on Dalton. I'm literally using it on Dalton.
cum gutter?
Actually, wait, you all know Dalton! You all know Dalton!
Yeah, we do.
This is perfect! Yeah, I'm literally using that on him. Thank you.
Oh my god, do it.
So yeah, we can finish the night here. We'll say the party continues, but then everybody goes off and goes to sleep. Eventually, Ami-san and the princess will go back to the castle, being like, "We need to sleep." Yeah, that'll be our session.
I just sleep on the stage.
And do we want to agree that like Mal's had the most climactic session today and should do the intro?
What?
Oh god.
I want him to do it. I want to
Yeah.
hear his perspective.
Ah!
And I wanted to talk about that. So the intros are meant to be like a funny thing, sort of. It doesn't always have to be like your own perspective or like a letter or anything like that. Like as we've had, it can be, what was the accent that you did, Adam? Morgan Freeman randomly doing it, or
Oh, okay.
like we can do different
That's
styles
okay.
kind of thing, or you can do like an anime intro, or like Tammy had today, like the nurse fucking intro. So it can be
Just when you
random.
said-
Yeah.
Sorry, when you said anime one, I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just start it with it's Dakimasu, and then like start going off on like a fucking thing. Ugh.
Yeah. Right. So it can be any sort of like good intro that does a somewhat summary of like the past, usually in somebody's feelings, but doesn't have to be. It could be like a battle intro, like, oh, and he takes him down, like bah, 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 bah. But yeah, something
Like
fun
an
that
opening.
yeah.
Hey, that's gonna kick ass, dude.
What
So you
about
don't always
your
have to do
veteran
your own,
monologue?
but maybe talk with me, like we can work out music like we did this time. Yeah, I'll try to do better on that. I'll touch base with everybody probably the Saturday before they do their intro, and that way or maybe do you guys want before that, or is that good? How long does everybody need to write their intro?
Probably a day.
At least
Yeah.
a full day, preferably more.
Okay.
The Saturday's probably fine.
Yeah, like you get a week and a half to plan something, and then we can
Yeah.
talk. And you can always message me earlier. I'll just check in on that day
Mhm.
to get music and such. But yeah, we finally had the funeral.
Yay.
Yay! And yes, Amber's finally in.
Yeah, it was a
I'm
Yeah,
happy
we
to
can
be here.
that number, and that's great.
It was
Lauren?
a really cool character intro with the dynamic right away.
Yeah.
Lauren,
Yes.
if I wrote the opening thing, would you read it for me?
Yeah.
Okay, because what if I did it from the perspective of the brooch?
Oh,
Oh my god.
yes. Yes.
I get it. I thought you wanted me to pre-read it.
No.
But I see. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
That'd be
Win.
funny. Yeah, that's good.
Instant win.
I'll have to work on it with you because I need to I don't have the brooch's personality ironed out whatsoever. So
I'm very happy with my ability to switch between characters tonight. I tried really hard.
you did well. You did really
Yeah,
well.
you did a wonderful
It was
job.
all great.
Also, lovely touch with the flowers.
Thank you. It took me a while to draw all those.
Nice.
Oh god, I can imagine.
Right? And I had to draw it twice because I had to do the change between.
Oh, no.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a
black
great
and
idea.
white.
Yeah.
Was there like a tool, or did you like draw them with the paint?
No, I had a
Oh, okay. I was like, you should have pulled images out of the library.
I had a special brush doing it.
Okay,
Cool.
sweet. Well, have a good night, everybody.
Good
Good night. Thanks for
Good
playing.
night, everyone.
Night
Thanks
all.
for having me.
Bye. Thanks for being here.